They call me the kangaroo.
Yeah. Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better ask about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, host of the showman. Still silly sauce with the show in. Till then, it's half moon open. Sometimes gold takes like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a molding. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. What is in store? Like under the seat of the driver's side floor, it's Gucci's galore. So many more from 6 in the Mars, never a bar. Man, if I'm honest, the damage is done. Silly sauce on unlimited funds. Join us on Twitch for unlimited fun. J-Fig and Marcos, you with it or what?
Tobin. Two Tobin is.
Thanks, Low Dog, and welcome on in, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Vice Shirt Friday. Marco's dressed for the occasion. Is that a sweatshirt, Vice Shirt? What do you got going on?
No,
there?
it's so huge, right? No, hold on. Let me adjust it. I didn't adjust it properly. It's my
Wait a minute.
It's like
You're wearing a shirt.
Whoa.
Wait, Tobin. You're wearing a shirt like you just came out of space. What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Yeah, don't judge my shirt.
I wasn't judging. I was giving compliments.
Seems like you're judging, dude.
Wow, you're lashing out. Both of you.
Yellow flamingos.
Couple lashed potatoes here on a Friday. I see how it is.
Sorry. I apologize. I blew up back there.
Yeah, it's all right. You know, don't hurt yourself over it. You muted yourself, Leroy. I think you pulled your microphone out. So
yeah, you did. You did.
And saw Ant-Man and
I need your review. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because I did see some less than stellar reviews, and I
would say this. Kane is closer to Loki than he is to Thanos. But he a bad dude. Right?
All right.
That being said,
careful on your spoilers too.
Yeah, watch out.
Here, let me say
watch out. All right.
And everybody will agree with me that have seen all the Marvel movies. Nobody gave a rat's ass about Ant-Man until you realized he was the key component in the end game. See what I'm saying? And then you try to go back and figure out Ant-Man. So we watch Ant-Man now trying to figure out what role is he going to play in the future of these Marvel movies.
All right, cool. But
That's
did you
all
like it or not?
Yeah, I need to like it or not.
I'm always entertained by space stuff.
All right.
It sounds like you like it. Just say you like it. What is this? Giving yourself some wiggle room?
I would say if Iron Man is a 10,
all right,
this Ant-Man is 5'6".
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
It's and here's why. Seeing the Ant-Man first, right, is harder to figure out because you don't know what role he's going to play.
So if we were to take this to like an 03 Marlins, if Iron Man is Miguel Cabrera, this is like Juan Encarnacion.
No. Was it Justin Bohr?
Wait, what? That's two different teams.
I know, but still.
The hell is going on?
Hey, where did you go from Justin? Like, why?
Ant-Man is crazy.
Because they won the World Series. So how can you?
Well, I know, but Juan Encarnacion was probably like the 7th most important Marlin on the World Series team.
Yes,
that's why I brought him up.
But imagine if you brought him up, and then he was the catalyst to the win, like Luis Castillo. There we go.
Luis Castillo was huge in the win, though. He was number 2 hitter. He was a Gold Glove second baseman.
All right.
I would say that.
I didn't spoil it. Like you're gonna be entertained.
All right.
You got to be careful with it, though. You are very you wander into the spoiling.
I'm speaking. Listen, what I'm talking about as far as Ant-Man is a generalization of Ant-Man and the Marvel, the MCU as a whole.
I don't like how it's like MCU, like it's a college. Let's grow up.
Really?
Let's get into some headlines here. Brought to you by New Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford, as Leroy looks for his trucks, because we
know trucks.
Nice.
The Florida Panthers got a big one last night, boys. 6-3 over the Capitals.
It was a lot closer than that.
Not really. I mean, like,
Well, no, they got
they got like a
the couple of goals late.
yeah, they got a late rally, but then they got the empty netters because they had to get desperate, with their little 6-on-4 cutesy wootsy stuff. But no worries. The Panthers get the big 2 points and are now tied with 62. Although the Caps do have a game in hand.
Oh God, stop that!
Well,
-1. Every time we hear
You
that
can't
phrase,
-1.
Minus
Something
one.
in hockey. That is how
No
it is.
-1 here.
You can't do that.
No, a game in hand means absolutely nothing.
Okay, it really does though.
What if you lose it?
What if you win it? Buxton.
But that's my point. It just doesn't. It doesn't matter until you play it. You're chalking up a game in hand as if, oh, if they just go and win this one. And I'm like, the reason why they are where they are is because they don't just go win it. So don't just assume a game in hand means you're going to be closer to the playoffs. It could mean you're farther away.
But they don't know yet. You don't know yet. That's why it's a game in hand.
Game in hand sounds too positive than you're leading it on to be.
It just means that they have an extra game to play.
Okay.
They have not played.
No, but you say they're 2 points out, but they have a game in hand.
Well,
Which means they can also be 3 points out after the game.
Well, no, you would just be even because it's the same amount of points, and then you'd have the same amount of games the next time the Caps play.
Okay, gotcha.
The Panthers don't have a game in hand. The Caps do, not the Cats.
Okay. Again, you're talking about a whole nother team. I would like to keep it in house.
It's the exact team you're chasing. It's the team you're literally right behind.
Okay. So if they win, you're back to being out.
That's why last night was so huge.
All right.
Big win. Maybe the
Big
biggest
win.
win of the season.
Big win. Big win. Like I said, as I've said the last couple of days, we need both our teams who are contending for a playoff spot to go on that run that everybody else has gone on, and they haven't.
Top says Capitals actually have a game in hand and 2 in the bush.
No, that's not.
What? Is you -1?
Is that hockey also?
No,
Might as well. Might as well. Might as well. There you go.
All right.
Where are those games? It was like, what bush are they hiding in those games? They're
Hopefully
just,
not those bushes that they can see in my cousin Vinny.
See Paul Maurice after the game though, talking about Bob. Oh, it's good to see Bob get some support from a coach. That's why I like this Paul Maurice. That's why I've always had his back. It's very this guy's out there and he goes, looks like a guy in his prime to me.
You are very fraudulent in your hot takes right
Or
now.
flip-floppery.
I'm just
That is
appreciative of
correct.
Paul Maurice.
And can I ask you a question, Tobin?
What?
At 9:00, I get a text from you.
Oh,
Watching Full Swing on Netflix, which is already an upset. With all the TV to watch, you're
really
watching,
good trailer.
right? And then it goes on to say, Brooks Koepka is a bit of a sourpuss. He's always been that way.
I didn't know that though. Like this is a the whole episode 2 was all Brooks Koepka, and he was going through it, dude. He was in his feelings.
But here's the other thing: is that now that you know that Brooks Koepka is a sourpuss, how do you feel about what's his name going back and forth with him?
The Musclehead.
Yeah.
I don't know. They haven't gotten to him yet. We haven't gotten to the
Isn't it funny that they both went to the same tour? I
haven't gotten to the DeChambeau episode. They're getting into the Live Golf episode next. I'm only 2 episodes into Full Swing, which, as I said, had a really good trailer, so I gave it a shot. First episode was kind of boring. It was Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth, and I was like, boring. Because here's the thing with the golf.
Oh boy.
You go into a performance center like your UFC fighters. Come on.
You don't understand the requirements of your body. It's a very unnatural movement.
In my day, you had guys like Angel Cabrera who went and smoked a whole pack of cigarettes and won majors. That's how a golfer was supposed to look. Now you have all these kids. They're all breaking down and getting injured. Brooks Koepka's body's injured. DeChambeau's body's injured. Tiger Woods' body. They all think they're pro athletes. They're not. They're golfers.
Hold on. Tiger Woods is injured because he had a car accident and he had to have his ankle fused.
This time. But before that, he was dealing with a lot of back injuries.
Back, knee. You putting a lot of dude.
What?
I bet you you couldn't hit balls for 10 minutes and not be sore.
For 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Get out of here.
Yes. Oh, okay. Okay.
Come on.
I'm telling you.
Come on.
You put your body through some stuff.
Play 36 holes of mini golf. It's no problem.
Then you're hitting it 8 feet.
It's a marathon. 36 holes, dude.
Performance center for golf. It sounds like they got tricked into it. You know, like get out there. No, get out there and play golf.
Then what do you say about a kicker who does the same thing? He puts the same torque on his body.
Ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
So wait. Your theory is that these performance centers
Bogus.
are only for people who actually you would deem play sports?
Well, that was the thing that threw me the most. This performance center that Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth were going to, which I assume is down here because everybody lives down here.
Yeah, it's in Palm Beach somewhere.
Only for golfers.
Yeah.
So, like, all they have are rubber bands. And I'm like,
yeah.
What do you need to go to a center for? Do that in your
Dude,
office.
Can I just take you to a driving range?
Go ahead.
For a couple of hours.
You can.
And just show you how ridiculous what you're saying is.
If I'm so ridiculous, how did John Daly win a major?
Because he is probably one of the most flexible golfers there.
Oh, you think he's ever done Pilates?
Some people are just naturally flexible like that.
Dude, come on.
So you think all these guys should just go to the first tee with a beer and a pack of smokes?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. When I was saying that golf is not a sport, it's a skill, you made fun of me. Now you're agreeing with me.
No, I didn't. I've always agreed with you on that. I just think it's ridiculous how much training they're doing. I'm like,
well, when you're hitting balls for 4 or 5 hours a day, your body needs to be in shape to be able to do that week after week after week.
They listen, all these golfers really in their feelings because they don't win. Like, get over it.
Dude, if you're a competitor, and this is with anything, and I say this all the time about basketball and baseball, it is hard to be in that sport or whatever the skill is, and your success rate is so low. It's a mental thing. Shooting is a mental thing where if you're great at it, you're successful just around 40%. That's a hard thing to deal with in sports.
Well, Koepka was going through it. And it's like a foreshadowing because they're going to talk about him being rats off a ship really soon. But they were showing this is pre him being rats off a ship. He even like shows in his trophy room his big old empty space for the Masters jacket, which he doesn't have. Spoiler alert, he's never going to get that because he took that money. Although then I was fascinated. I apparently read today that he's having second thoughts.
Of what?
Of being on live. But damage may be done. I don't know.
Yeah, because you can't play in the tournaments that you grew up loving.
I know. Well, listen, he took that bag.
That's okay. Listen, I don't ever have a problem with anyone who takes the bag in their profession of choice.
Well, then stop crying about not playing in the majors.
That I agree with. You can't have it both ways. You can't say, I'm going to take this loot and then complain about not being able to do, these tournaments.
I will say that Waste Management Open looks really fun to go to.
Oh, dude.
It looks like a party.
I played that golf course. It looks nothing like that when you play it.
Marcos, they boo them if they do badly.
Oh,
I like that. I want more of that in golf.
I immediately Googled it and seen, this is a different environment.
Yes.
A lot of bros here. I'm not gonna lie.
A lot of bros, dude.
It's like you're playing golf in front of a frat.
And they do it like a football game. There's guys dressed like bananas. There's guys dressed, yeah.
Wow, this is fun. What if golf was like this? I'd watch more.
If it was so funny because it was like, well, you know, it was Brooks Koepka and his fiance. He goes, you know, he was a lot happier. He was always winning when we first met. I was like, well, I don't know what to tell you. He's going through it right now. And I know Koepka's hometown. I don't want to like disparage him too much, but I'm just saying, like, this episode really made it seem like he was going through it. Felt terrible.
What fixes a lot of that?
Money.
Good golf.
Oh, well.
He ain't playing good golf, so it don't matter where he's playing. But I would say you realize that 156 golfers enter most events, except, you know, the WGC events is 70, right? And if you don't make the cut, you don't get a check.
I know. That's the crazy thing.
So if somebody tells you that you can get guaranteed money for doing the same thing, and you might not be playing your best and you missing a bunch of cuts and they making no money, why does everybody have a problem with it? The other thing is what people don't realize is the PGA has a rule. You cannot pay people to come play your events. That doesn't exist on, it's called the DP World Tour now, or it used to be the European Tour. So you see a lot of these guys, like Tiger used to go play in China, and Tiger used to go play in like in Abu Dhabi and stuff like that. They'd pay him $2 million to show up.
Yep.
And the winner would only get like 300,000.
Well, he's Tiger.
So in some instances, these top golfers were going elsewhere and getting paid to play. What they do here is, so say Buick sponsors 5 events. Remember, Buick had a deal with Tiger. They were paying him.
That's why everybody was so mad, because he drove a Buick, but then he had all that sex.
They were paying him a crazy amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
He had to play in all those events.
Yeah.
So they found a way around it.
Loophole.
To pay people to play in these events. Same thing with, if you notice there's a RBC. RBC has the Canadian Open. They have a tournament in Hilton Head, right? Mm-hmm. All these players that you see in these RBC commercials, they always play in the RBC events. So there's ways around it that these guys are getting the same stuff.
I was out on full swing after episode 1 because JT and Jordan Spieth bored me to death, but the Koepka brought me back. So,
all right.
Yeah, we're getting to live golf next episode. I can't wait. Oh, drama. All right. It's good. Anyway, other headlines. Miami Hurricanes, they start their baseball season tonight against Penn State, 7:00 first pitch from Alex Rodriguez Field. So good luck to the Canes on their season. The basketball team is in action tomorrow. They host Wake Forest at 2:00. And, of course, we got NBA All-Star Weekend. Tyler Hero in the three-point contest. All-Star Saturday night gets going at 8:00 tomorrow. And then Team Giannis versus Team LeBron Sunday at 7:30, featuring Bam Adebayo. Although Giannis got hurt last night, so I don't know if he's going to be able to play.
No, he's not playing.
He's
but Embiid might not play.
Embiid might not play. Yeah, Embiid's saying that he's pretty banged up. So,
he's going on that Jimmy?
He's going on
That's
that
what I call it.
We'll probably see them on vacation together.
Yeah, he's going on that Jimmy.
We'll take a quick break. Speaking of the All-Stars, Kevin Durant yesterday getting his introductory press conference with the Suns, and got emotional yesterday. We'll get to that, plus some new Heat rumors. That's coming up next. Welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy here with you on a Friday. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM. Also streaming live on the Odyssey app. And let me tell you guys right now, if you guys want to win some tickets to see Luke Bryan in Las Vegas, you want to listen to that Odyssey app, right? Country music fans, we got your chance to win a trip for two to see country music great Luke Bryan at Resorts World Las Vegas. And we'll give you some cash to help pay for the airfare, pick up your hotel, and give you 2 tickets to see Luke Bryan. Here's how you can win. You go to the Odyssey app, you log in, and you listen to WQAM. So you guys want to log into the app so they know it's you. And you want to listen every hour that you listen. You get 1 entry. The more you listen to WQAM, the more chances you get to win the tickets, which are now on sale at axis.com, AXS.com. Check that on out. Hey, farm boy. Meow, meow, meow. That's how he sounds, dude. Don't shake your head.
You didn't even try that time.
What are you talking about?
Mailed it in.
Mailed
Mailed it in, Adele.
Man. Hey, speaking of mailing in, why don't you mail in some weather here from the Demesman and Dover
All
law
right.
firm?
You
YourExAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
It's a slight breeze out of the east. Probably about 5 miles an hour. Partly cloudy. And it is 78, 79 degrees. Pleasant day. Nice day.
Marcos?
Seems like someone else mailed it in, dude. I don't know, man. I checked the weather in Davie, and unless that beautiful bright sky is only above your house, Leroy, it says that it's 84, winds out of the south, 13 miles per hour, partly
Jeez.
cloudy with a 23% chance of rain.
Wow,
I
nice
gotta
job,
tell you, I was
Kepka.
just out there. Seriously.
Things change, man. South Florida, things change. Your house
Good
looks
touch.
nice. Check it again in 5 minutes.
A texter writes in. You guys can text at 305-567-0560. KD emotional? Please. Crocodile tears.
That's my quarterback.
Haven't even played it yet. Do you have Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant was had his introductory press conference yesterday for the Phoenix Suns. I guess they did it in front of a crowd. It sounded like there was a live audience there. And Nick Friedel, Tush Gibson, gets on the microphone and asks him about his time with the Nets. And KD got in his feelings a little bit.
Kevin, Nick Friedel, ESPN. Hi. How would you sum up your time in Brooklyn? How would you sum up your time in Brooklyn?
Well, here. This will never happen again.
It was a lot of ups and downs, but I love the grind. So, and everybody in Brooklyn loved the grind too. So I built a family over there. They're gonna always be a part of my journey. So we didn't accomplish what we wanted to accomplish as far as winning a championship, just like I told him. But I enjoy the grind, and everybody there, we tried our hardest every day, regardless of what was going on in the media, what was going on with our teammates. Everybody who's in that gym, we grinded. So I love those guys. I get emotional to talk about them because that was a special 4 years of my career, coming off of Achilles, and they helped me through a lot. So I don't have anything. So yeah, it was terrible how some stuff went down, but at the end of the day, I love the grind, and we all love the grind there in Brooklyn, and I wish them the best going forward. They got a bright future.
I mean, you love the grind in Brooklyn, but not enough to stay there.
I mean,
Not that much. That much. He got tired of the grind.
I love the grind.
I think the
for
guy's right.
them.
I think those were crocodile tears because he didn't. He when you declare yourself, I'm getting emotional.
Yeah.
You know.
then that means you're planning for it.
Yeah, I was expecting more waterworks. I mean, listen, maybe I'm a little bit off kilter on what emotional is after seeing Nick Sirianni recently get emotional.
Yeah,
but I don't know, man. He didn't seem that. He's like, oh, so tough. Devin Booker and Chris Paul. I like how people were booing Nick Friedel. Boo! Yeah. I just had a question. You guys are a little thin on the bench. Do you think you could use Tush Gibson?
Does everyone say their name before they ask a question, or is that
Yeah, they
like,
tell them to.
Depends. Depends
I
on the
was like,
setting.
okay,
Depends
Nick.
if it's a big press conference like that. I imagine there's a lot of press there. They probably will. Usually, if you're you like the NBA finals or the conference finals, they'll have you do that. If you're just doing a regular game, it's not like Ira has to say his name every day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ira Winderman here.
We know. Ira.
We get it, dude.
We know. We know.
All right. Well,
All right. Can I get a little bit more from him? He was apparently also asked about his reaction to Kyrie Irving's trade request. I'd like to hear what he thought about his friend being Retzefaship.
I want to know, what was your reaction to Kyrie's trade request? Is there any part of you disappointed that you couldn't have finished what you started?
Yeah, I was upset that we couldn't finish. I thought we would have some good momentum. We were finally building the culture that we always wanted. I felt like every game we were building our chemistry. But I didn't know what was going on with Kyrie and his situation with the organization. So I didn't really focus on that. I only focused on what we were doing on the court. And it was a blow to our team. It just took away our identity. He was a huge, huge part of what we do. His game, he's a Hall of Fame player, a great, great player that can do everything on the floor, and we relied on that. So without him, we didn't have a clear identity. So that was tough for me to stomach, and I love playing with those guys throughout the year. I felt like we had dudes that were stepping up and doing stuff that they didn't do on their previous team. So I enjoyed everything about it, and it was tough to not finish the season, but I just tried to move forward as quickly as I can and try to figure something out for myself, but also still focus on trying to rehab and get back. So it all happened so fast, but I'm glad it worked out this way.
I do wonder, like, if Jimmy doesn't roll up on his leg and Katie is still playing, like, does Kyrie ever get to that point? Because Kyrie was upset about money, which still goes on even if Katie doesn't get hurt. But it always felt like when Katie got hurt is when things got the worst with Kyrie.
Right. He didn't have that other equal in the locker room, right? That he looked at and say, this guy's doing this. I gotta keep with it. I think it happens anyway, because this had nothing to do with basketball. This had to do with the fact that they wouldn't extend him, which I'm not mad at Brooklyn. Like, come on, Kyrie, don't you have to have like some sense of like, look at what's happened the last few years, and you want them to just throw $30-40 million a year at you?
Well, that's what I thought funny the other day. Like, Kyrie, people were like, I can't believe Kyrie wouldn't comment on his future with the Mavericks. I'm like, he never knows his future.
Right. Look, you take it day by day with Kyrie. The problem is you can do that unless you're paying him $40 million a year. Then you can't do that, because you have an investment in him that's a lot longer than day by day. And without having a clear-cut idea of what this man is going to be next week, it's hard to make that commitment.
Yeah, the only thing I just wonder is, like, because how long was KD out? KD was out like since the end of January, I think that game was. So it's not like he went like, what did he go? Like 10 games without Kevin Durant?
Pretty much. And they were like 500, so it wasn't like they were terrible.
Crazy. All right. A lot of injury updates as far as the Heat are going to be concerned out of the All-Star break. We'll get to that. 15 minutes of Heat. That's next.
First non
Yeah, I go to church less. I talk to God more. Ay, ay, ay. I go to church less. I talk to God more. I be at work less and somehow on my job more. I do things a certain way they pay a lot for. I don't need you. I gotta, ay. I go to church less. I talk to God more. I be at work less and somehow on my job more. I do things a certain way they pay a lot for. So I don't need you. I got a lot more. Funny how I turn stress to bless. Look like renovation when I wear dress to chest. Back when I was living my life check to check. Now me and Bill Gates are here neck and neck. Wait. Hey. Bring that shit back. Hey. 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 Funny how I turn stress to bless. Look like in the face and I went chest to chest. Back when I was living my life check to check. Now me and Bill Gates out here neck and neck. Ay, I be with my nigga moving step by step. You be with your team and you be second best. Ay, don't take it personal. Me and my dog too versatile. None of this shit here permanent. Everything here reversible. Church less. I talk to God more. I be at work less and somehow on my job more. I do things a certain way they pay a lot for. I don't need you. I got a lot more. Bitch. I mean, that's pretty much it.
This is 15 minutes of your Miami Heat.
15 minutes of Heat here for you on 560 WQAM. As we head into All-Star Weekend, your Miami Heat will be represented in Salt Lake City. I'd like to say 3 times over because technically D Wade should be representing the Miami Heat, but he owns the Jazz. hate that. Stupid Jazz.
Just doesn't feel right. Like I get it, but it just doesn't feel right.
I don't like it. I don't care for it. I mean, good for
Like-
him.
Like Jordan on in Charlotte.
Just, you know,
When I say Jordan, you say the Bulls.
of course. But at least
Okay.
at least he's from North Carolina, you know?
Stop.
At least there's that, you know?
Look, I'm not gonna go on. I don't know if I'm going out on a limb here.
And also, he's
I've never met. Have you ever met a black person from Utah?
Excuse me?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
No.
Okay, that's
Can't
what
say
I'm,
that.
can't say that I have.
Can't say that I have. I would say though, for Jordan, at least Jordan's also the owner of the Hornets. You know,
Baby
Wade,
steps.
he's got that minority piece. You know,
Baby steps. I mean, Jordan started off as a minority owner.
in Washington, right?
No,
Yeah.
it was in. I think it was in Charlotte.
No, I think he had a minority piece of Washington. Then he bought Charlotte.
Okay.
But before, you know, he got it on that ground floor before these deals got crazy.
So, and D Wade can't be doing the same thing.
With the Jazz, dude, I don't want it to be with the Jazz. I don't like it. But you will see him tonight. He is one of the coaches of the celebrity game. So you guys could check that out tonight.
Who's watching the celebrity game? Are you?
I don't know. No, I'm not watching the celebrity
Okay.
game. No, I'm going to be watching Full Swing. I got to see what happens. Then tomorrow is the All-Star Saturday night. That starts at 8
Which
o'clock.
is the most important night.
You have the skills competition, which is Team Antetokounmpo, although that's probably going to be derailed, right? Maybe Bam has to step in, sub in. He's a defending champion.
Team Adebayo.
Maybe. Team Jazz. And then, because honestly, what they could do is they could go Bam, Tyler, and UD, because UD is going to see him.
UD?
Yeah, UD's going to go see Bam at the All-Star game. So, like, you can make a Heat team if they have to scrap Team Antetokounmpo. You can't have Team Antetokounmpo with no Greek freak. You can't have the others. You wouldn't agree? I'm sorry. You got to cancel Team Antetokounmpo without the main Antetokounmpo.
For sure.
But your solution is UD?
I'm just saying you can put a Heat team together. Look, you can laugh at it, but
it's All-Star weekend.
They got Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Who cares?
Okay, well,
Team Jazz is Jordan.
If there was a Haslam that was a 2-time MVP, okay.
-1.
I'm not. What are you doing?
I don't like
-1.
Dude, come on.
What?
Are you serious?
No,
So let me
I
get
don't.
this.
I don't like
straight.
what you're doing.
Your solution
Mhm.
to Team Antetokounmpo
Right?
is Bam, Tyler, and UD.
Why not?
All right.
I mean, the biggest issue is honestly Tyler's busy later on in the night. So maybe D Wade hops on Team Heat. Upsets the Jazz. Oh, that would be fun. UD, D Wade, and Bam. Oh, that would be fun. That's Goosey's right there.
Would you accept like one of those Kelsey mom jerseys that has like the Heat
No.
stitched in? No, okay.
No, if you gave me a D Wade Jazz jersey, I'd throw it in the trash.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Why are you so like?
What's worse, a D Wade Cavs jersey or a D Wade Jazz
Cavs.
jersey?
There's nothing worse than the Cavs.
For sure. Okay. I like to forget that ever happened.
Seeing D Wade in a Cavs jersey is like seeing Superman without his cape.
Yeah.
No, we saw it for half the movie. He was Clark Kent.
There's Team Jazz tomorrow night. That's Jordan Clarkson, Intangibles, Walker Kessler, and Colin Sexton.
By the way, did you guys see I was watching the Bulls and the Bucks last night,
Mhm.
and I go, huh? Didn't I know AJ Green was white?
Well, the other AJ Green just retired.
But I'm white because I remember seeing the stat line one time and going, damn, he's still doing his thing. So I hadn't cleared that in my mind yet. Right. Yeah. And so when they go 3-point shot by the specialist, AJ Green, I went, huh.
And then you have Team Rook, which is Paulo Banquero, Jaden Ivey, and Jabari Smith Jr. 3-point contest. We know Tyler Hero's in that. So he's going against Buddy Hield, Kevin Herter, Tyrese Halliburton, Damian Lillard, Lauri Markkanen, and Julius Randle has who did he replace, Marcos? Who the hell got hurt?
No clue, but I'll find out for you.
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle got put in last minute.
Wow.
And Jason
Anthony
Tatum.
Simmons or Simons.
Anthony Simons got hurt. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So and Leroy and I have a bet on this. We have action. I got Tyler Hero and I have Buddy Hield, and Leroy has Lauri Markkanen and Damian Lillard.
What was the wager? Like, you guys got action. Well, like, is it really
action?
action?
We both put it down 20, and then we got the when we got
that's right.
We got the payout.
Right.
Yeah. All right. That's nice. I like
and
that.
then slam dunk contest, a bunch of dudes I never heard of. So
What about the G Leaguer, Mac McClung? I've seen him do viral stuff. I don't know if he's actually good, but
I don't know. Dunk contest is for TikTok now, dude. I'm not sitting there watching that on my TV.
I think the best dunk contest was when Levine and
Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon.
That was pretty good.
Goodness.
That was pretty good.
That was a good one.
Schmeathan says gambling for money on the air definitely will get us in trouble. Stop being a narc, Schmeathan.
Jeez, Schmeathan.
What are you doing?
It's a friendly little wager, dude.
Friendly little wager.
Fine.
Allegedly.
Nerd. Anyway, and then finally at the All-Star game on Sunday. So that's that.
Saturday will be watched more than Sunday. Agreed?
Ratings-wise?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You think they'll watch the All-Star game more than they'll watch? I like the 3-point contest. Used to be the dunk contest was must-see.
No, the dunk contest has been dead for a while, other than a couple of blips.
You get 8 tries.
Yeah, it's not the same.
And then
any weird stipulations?
OG 6-8. OG 6-8 when he jumped over the car.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yep.
I like Gerald Green blowing out the birthday candle.
Oh, that was good. Yeah.
The most unnoticeable one was when who was it? The center.
Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard put his picture up above the square and then dunked, but you couldn't see it. They had to go and replay later, and he didn't get his full. Yeah, he stuck his picture up on the backboard and then dunked.
That was impressive to me.
But we didn't realize that he had done that.
Yep.
So like they had already, gave him 9s or whatever.
Do you guys know anything about these rules or anything? This is so confusing. It says to win the NBA All-Star game, the team with 100 points would need to score 24 points in the fourth quarter before the team with 95 points.
Yeah, they set a mark. It's
points.
basically quarter by quarter now. Like that's how they do it. And then you have to hit then whatever the total is, you have to hit that mark by whatever.
Like who's ever leading, you add 24 points to that. And then you play without time.
Anthony Chang, by the way, had a big update on all the Heat injuries, which there's a lot of them. He said Tyler Hero's day-to-day, but is on track to be in the 3-point contest. Nikola Jovic continues to move closer to his comeback after missing 24 games with a back injury. Lowry is expected to miss the remaining games of February and likely time beyond that as he receives treatment on his left knee. Victor Oladipo, he was believed to be close to a return, but the Heat took a cautious approach and held him out for the final 6 games before the break. And Omer Yurtseven, who has yet to play the season, is expected to make his season debut soon after the All-Star break. So hopefully, as Jimmy Butler said, some reinforcements are coming.
All hands on deck. Still waiting for that one stretch. Hopefully we can get health and then go on that run.
And Duggan Robinson says that there's still pain in his finger, but definitely not as much as before surgery.
I would hope so. Otherwise, that wouldn't have been a successful surgery.
It was not a success. It wouldn't have been a successful surgery.
When you hear the only person that I've heard of that say the surgery wasn't successful was Alex Smith.
Yep.
And
Vic, technically.
Vic. Right. But right after the surgery, they said.
Oh, they lied to us.
Yeah.
They lied to us.
But with Alex Smith, they said, oh, no, he's got infection. He's open. It was brutal.
Tua Tagovailoa showing up big time in some rankings plus ESPN. The cover had the Dolphins today with a little bit of respect. We'll tell you about that coming up. Hour 2 is next.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Chris Sims can go to hell. Tua Tonga Vailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
To the program. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM as we take you up until 2 o'clock here today. Streaming live on YouTube, streaming live on Twitch. That channel is Miami 560 WQAM. And of course, you can also listen to us on the Odyssey app. That is streaming at AUDACY. That is how you spell it. And then you go to 560 WQAM over there. Huh? Let's get some headlines here. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Giving you guys a little run-ski. Panthers, they beat the Washington Capitals 6-3. We'll get more to it in Cat Talk. Cat's back on the ice tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. They're taking on the Nashville Predators. The same time tomorrow, you got the number 15 Miami Hurricanes hosting Wake Forest. The Canes baseball team gets going tonight against Penn State at 7 o'clock. And you got Knuckle Mania tonight, Leroy. Greg Hardy making his bare knuckle debut. So that's all coming up. But Leroy.
You know who passed?
Tim McCarver.
Tim McCarver.
Yeah, Tim McCarver passed away. He was.
I don't know if people remember. Got into it with Dion.
Got into it with Dion Waiters?
No, Sanders. Maybe he dumped beer on him.
I don't remember that, actually.
Dion was talking. I mean, Tim McCarver gave Dion a hard time or whatever. And after they won the World Series, Dion.
Oh, yeah, when he was on the. When he was on the Braves.
Yeah.
I do remember that, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the whole he had to go back and forth thing that upset Tim McCarver, traditionalist.
Yeah, which is amazing because that might be one of the greatest feats we will ever see in sports for a guy to play in a football game, get IVs, take a helicopter, and then play a baseball game at the professional level.
It was impressive. Yeah, rest in peace to Tim McCarver. That's one of the prime voices of baseball for sure that was lost yesterday. Mullins did open up spring training yesterday too. I saw Sandman out there on the bump getting loose. I liked his message where they were like, what are you going to do for leadership? Like, what are you going to tell the guys? He goes, I'm going to tell them anything. They could just watch what I do. I was like, oh, that's Goosey's. That's Goosey's right there.
You know what? I got to tell you.
Goosey's.
You are real loose with your goosies, man.
That's not true, dude. That's not true.
Marcos, everything gives him the goosies.
Loosey goosey over here, dude.
Loosey goosey.
Do not call me loosey goosey. I'm not loosey goosey, dude.
Loosey goosey over here, dude.
Dude, listen, this is how a text will come. He won't even tell us what happened. Dude, I got the goosies. And then the story comes afterwards. So, like, yeah, okay.
You don't like that though? That's just watch me.
He's not a talker. We know this.
So
of course he's gonna say something like that.
He's certainly a talker when they try and take him out of the game.
That's different though. That's one of the watch how I do things. And it's amazing that pitchers that don't want to be taken out seem to be able to pitch more. Go figure.
He is awesome. I like it.
Yep.
Looking forward. We'll be out at spring training next week. By the way, so Vic Fangio, he's going to speak on Monday, but he did a little sit-down interview with the Dolphins, Travis Wingfield, their podcast host, did the post games here on the on WQAM this season with Seth Levin and OJ. And you know what this Fangs was doing during the offseason? You want to talk about Goosey's, Leroy?
Oh,
so Vic Fangio, according to this interview, he said, "What are you doing?
Throwing Goosey's out there,
dude. I'm not. Stop,
Goosey's. You making it rain, Goosey's.
You're trying. Listen, Goosey's galore. It's all over the place right now. I can't help it.
Hold on. First of all, you don't give preemptive Goosey strikes, right? You let us determine and then ask us if it gave us the Goosies. You don't tell us we supposed to feel the Goosies before you even tell us what happened.
I didn't tell you how to feel. I'm telling you how I felt.
But you don't count because you just loose whatever.
Stop calling me loosey goosey. I'm not loosey goosey, dude.
Really?
Definitely loosey goosey.
I'm not loosey goosey. You better stop that right now.
You know what they call you? Loosey goosey.
So this Vic Fangio, aka Fangs, he said that during this year off away from football, he took it as he was a professor on sabbatical, right? And he didn't get away from the game. What he did was loosely getting the, he basically set up a video headquarters of all football, right? And so Fangs was watching the football on all ends of the season, right? Football here, and his headquarters. And Fangs says that he came up with some new coverages.
Wow.
Wow! Professor Fangs checking in.
Like never seen before,
Can I just tell
new
you
coverages, dude.
Hold on.
I don't know. It's kind of goofy, dude.
Hold on.
Goosies.
You idiots.
Never seen before.
Never
dude.
seen, dude.
Okay.
What could it be?
Hold on.
The spider defense.
Let's back it up. Here's the funny thing about that. You could have new coverages, but each game plan you come up with is predicated on who you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I think you missed the detail though that I said. I said he watched all the football. So maybe Fangs is telling us he's got it a chameleon coverage that could take care of anybody.
No. Okay. All right. Stop. But I'm going to tell you like this. I've tried to talk football to you over one play.
Yeah.
And you almost fell asleep.
That's not true.
And you're telling me that he is watching all of the football when you can barely make it through a play.
Well, there's a difference between me and Fangs. Dude's a film junkie, dude. He's a film junkie.
Dude.
Fiending for film, dude.
Gotta wean him off it sometimes.
Well, see, Marcos.
Sorry.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
That's my fault.
You're not helping.
I got caught up.
Right.
That's my fault.
Right.
Yeah. You need to rein it back, Tobin.
Dude, I'm telling you right
Too
now.
much, dude. Too much.
Why?
You can have a whole bunch of new coverages and new plays and whatever. Until you figure out who can do what, that don't mean nothing.
But dude, this is just in his free time. This is just Fangs hanging loose, watching some pigskin, and he's drawn. Dude, you want to know what he was doing? Drawing stuff up. He's probably got the Fangs whiteboard there, and he's just circling and blitzing and coverage, and that's what we do at Only Fangs.
Can I say this? Fangs was hold on. Fangs was a consultant
for 2 weeks.
Right? For 2 weeks,
working out the kinks.
Mm-hmm.
Yet, in all that 2 weeks, nobody could figure out the kink that fixed that quick motion in and then in the flat.
Well, two things. He was a consultant for the offense to break down the Chiefs and how to stop them, or to go up against their defense of what they were. He wasn't a consultant for the defensive room.
And nobody said, Fangs, What should we do to stop this defensive guru? Nobody said that. You got one of the best defensive coaches in the league, and yet you keep getting beat by the same play, and you don't ask the best defensive coach in football?
First of all, and then secondly,
Get the hell out of here.
if you're a consultant, you don't give the good stuff when you're consulting. That's for you. Consulting, how do you think about my ideas? I don't give you new ideas. I just tell you how you think of your ideas. That's what consulting is. I'm not going to give you my good stuff.
Wait, they got beat by the same play 3 or 4 times.
He's not the defensive coordinator.
And 2 times they were wide open. Hey. And nobody on that staff said, hey,
take it up with
the defensive guru, which we should do.
Take it up with intangibles. Like it's not like he had the headset on during the game. Okay, take it up with their coordinator. Why is everybody blaming Vic Fangio for the Eagles? The Eagles. Hold on, no. Let me just get this straight. Let me get this straight. Okay.
Wait. Listen. Wait. Let's hear you defend the guy you called a bum less than a week ago.
I am going to defend him. I'm going to defend my guy Fangs.
COB, and all of a sudden you defended him. What a fraud you are!
Let me explain, because I don't like unfair. I don't like unfairness, and what you're doing is unfair. Let me explain something to you. You're sitting here, and you said the Eagles are going to run away with the Super Bowl. Best defense we've seen since the '85 Bears, Tobes. And all of a sudden, they bring in a consultant, and you think, it's his fault they lost. That's stupid.
I didn't say that.
Well, then what are you doing? What are you doing, dude?
I said. And this time, listen. I said, you have one play that they're beating you on a number of occasions. And at your disposal, you have one of the greatest defensive minds to coach in football. And nobody kicks the tires and say, hey, Fangs, what would you do here?
Maybe he was stubborn. You ever think that boy wonder who was going to get the Cardinals job was too stubborn to ask Vic Fangio? You ever think of that?
I asked, why didn't? I didn't say,
I just told you why.
Fault.
I just told you because new Cardinals boy was too stubborn. His name escapes me.
Okay. I got you. But I'm telling you, watching that game and watching one team get beat with the same damn play for a whole game.
Jonathan Gannon. Get out of here.
And I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. All right? Because a lot of people think that, they shouldn't have played zone. They should have played man. They were playing man. When that guy goes in motion, the motion guy drops behind his defender and they snap the ball. He gets caught up.
Well, dude, listen, you could go man zone. You could go motion in the ocean. Doesn't matter. It ain't Fang's fault.
Dude.
There's a song there. It ain't Fang's fault. Did I do that? It ain't Fang's fault.
Boom. Boom.
I just don't understand why we're here on a Friday. We got a long weekend ahead of us.
We can't stop. You won't stop.
You don't want to get a little goosies with
That's not goosies. That's not goosies. You know what be goosies for me? Fangs is defense coordinator and defense is best in the league.
Okay, hey, how about this? And dejected Dolphin makes a good point. It's such Fangio's fault. How about you don't give up a punt return touchdown and you don't cough up a scoop and 6?
Agreed. I am, and nobody. I'm not blaming Fangio.
Sounds like you are.
Does anybody? They don't listen.
Just want to talk about his new coverages and his cool video room, and here you are talking about old stuff.
I said it was clear you were having problems with that play, and you have one of the greatest defensive minds at your disposal, and you don't even kick the tires and say, "Hey, what would you suggest there, Fangs?" That's what he's there for. That's what a consultant is there for.
Big blunder by stubborn Jonathan Gannon.
Right, but I'm not blaming Fangs.
I just want to make sure.
I was very clear from the get-go.
You're
the one.
I don't think you were.
I'm not clear.
No.
You trashed this guy all the way up until 2 days after the Super Bowl. Did you not?
He'll be back. The old love attention.
Yo, you laugh. You don't remember that, do you?
I recall that. I'm still standing by that. The old do love attention. You ever see the old in Publix? Oh, somebody help me.
Dude.
Now I am very positive you lashed out on that security guard at the cheer competition. Now I'm positive it was you who was inciting a riot, possibly.
I'm telling you. Tobes, he tries to be sneaky petty. He's a sneak pet. He's sneaky petty. Right?
I just wanted to enjoy, I got excited. I saw a sit down with Fangs and we were having a good time, baby.
I know, but you get carried away, dude. Like save your goosies for something special. Right? I mean, I'm like, don't be too easy with your goosies.
Stop calling me loosey goosey.
You're really loose right now. I'm just saying.
Don't call me loosey goosey.
I'm just saying.
J-Fig, do not put my title as loosey goosey.
We've been there for like 10 minutes, dude. But I'm just saying, you don't think you get what are we doing?
That's how I was looking at that Fangs interview this morning.
Dude, like, I can't even enjoy a nice work relaxation without somebody taking a damn picture. Like, what are we doing?
What was I supposed to do? You're sitting right in front of me.
You look like you're gonna sell me carpet and tile, I promise.
Let's take a quick break. Back and forth to this.
First.
Welcome back, ladies and gents. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Hey, actor and comedian Paul Reiser is coming to the Broward Center a week from today. We've got a chance to win tickets to see the Emmy-nominated and Stranger Things actor. Just go online and enter at WQAM.com, and you could be on your way to see Paul Reiser at the Broward Center.
Isn't that weird? Like, I know who he is, but Stranger Things to stand-up comedy? Isn't it?
Yeah. Is it like stand-up comedy or is it a one-man show? Like, like what's going on there?
It is a great opportunity for someone to enjoy their nights.
That's right, dude. That is right.
Correct.
You guys can text the show on the Kendall Toyota text line. Texter writes in at 305-567-0560. Bam was right. Leroy, let us enjoy Professor Fangs.
See,
Professor Fangs.
Here's the deal. I don't have a problem with what he said. It's you can't come in here less than a week after saying COB, he's a bum.
You're changing the goal. You're changing the rules now all of a sudden. That's that. See, here's the thing that's funny
You
about it.
can't have Goosies after a week of saying I'm done with him.
Sure, I can. You can't control the Goosies. They happen when they happen. You call me loosey goosey. I don't think that's true. I think they just happen when they happen. You know, if I'm in touch with my Goosies and all of a sudden he says something.
You know what you're the equivalent of?
What?
A guy who says, listen to this. This is going to be funny.
That's not true.
I'll be the judge of that. You don't tell me.
You don't get Goosies for anything.
You don't tell me. Yes, I do.
Nah, dude.
I do.
You got a stone cold goose heart.
No.
Marco's got Goosies. Dolphin Kane got Goosies. All right. Dejected Fins fan got Goosies. Everybody's getting Goosies. The only people who didn't get Goosies were you and Schmeeth and Schmolnick.
Yeah, don't forget Live, Love, and Meditation from yesterday.
Right.
Very angry.
I'm just sitting here enjoying Fangio, just chatting it up, saying like I spent this year in my war room, my video war room, and I came up with some new coverages. Why isn't that exciting?
You do realize why I would look at you and think that you wouldn't find that exciting after you called the guy and said that I didn't want him because make up your mind and all this stuff.
I stand by all that. Maybe interview slut was a bit strong. Maybe.
Was a bit much.
I mean, so you went from that to Goosies.
Of course.
Oh. You want something else?
Dan was right, dude.
If it means that Pam was right because I'm calling you out for calling dude a bum less than a week ago, okay, I'll eat it.
Dan was right.
Okay. And Leroy was right about you.
No, you weren't.
Loosey goosey.
I'm not loosey goosey, dude. Despite what the title says
We
there.
should do that to the background of Laffy Taffy. Hey, get that loosey goosey.
Yeah, get in the lab. You seem like you got a lot of song ideas.
Goosey.
Put one to work.
Boom, 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 boom. Well, we got you.
I like this. We're very musical today.
Yeah, it's a musical Friday. So NFL.com ranked all 68 quarterbacks from this past year.
Uh-huh.
Would you like
Tua is 17.
Wow, 17. That's disrespectful.
I don't know. Like I'm just going by based on what all these people have written about Tua in recent years.
Well,
and 17 is like twice as high as he's been.
You have Skylar Thompson at number 49.
Who the rookie?
Yeah,
that
okay. He was the 49th rank according to them.
Think about this.
Skylar Thompson, 49.
1 year.
That's Chris Sims's list.
Okay.
This isn't Chris Sims. I would never read his list except to make fun of it.
Okay. Was Teddy Bridgewater higher than Skylar Thompson?
He was.
What was he?
He was 32.
Oh, so he would be one of the 32 starting quarterbacks.
That's according to this. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, hold on. To his ninth.
Close.
Yeah.
He was seventh.
Okay.
He was seventh.
I mean, I could like just, and you have to understand, I'm going on how all the things that we've heard about people commenting on Tua. They never comment on all the lists that he led at the end of the year. They comment on the other stuff.
Mark Sessler put this list together for NFL.com. It includes your postseason. So this is the QBs after Super Bowl and all that. Patrick Mahomes was first. Duh. Jalen Hurts, number 2. Joe Burrow, 3. Josh Allen, 4. 5 was Justin Herbert. 6. Trevor Lawrence.
Wow. Top 10.
Wait. Trevor Lawrence is top 10. That look, instead of having a best of, we could do this show. And the show would be consistent of where are they now versus when Tobin trashed them. Because did you not say you were out on Trevor Lawrence?
Did I say I was out? I answered for my crimes.
You know what? You say you answer for your crimes.
I did.
But you really don't. Oh, there we go. Trevor Lawrence. Hey, you might, hey, Trev.
He's enjoying that offseason.
Camp starts in July. You might want to stay off the empanadas, bro.
Trevor Lawrence was 6. His ranking in 2021 on this list was 32nd. Tua, his ranking last year was 22. This year he is 7th.
Okay.
So it says Tua's heady numbers are sky-high marks from Pro Football Focus. They tell the tale of a player who largely answered critics. What about the deep ball? Would he be benched for Teddy Bridgewater? Instead, he teamed gorgeously with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, elevating his worth in quarterback-friendly scheme run by young wizard Mike McDaniel. His ghastly primetime performance against the Chargers raised weather-worn questions, but the bigger concern of Tua's future in football is about his series of concussions. So that is their evaluation. You want to know who number 8 is?
Let me guess. I mean, it's weird that we haven't even mentioned Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers. Hold on.
Justin Herbert.
Nope.
No, he already said
him.
Damn it.
It's weird because think of the quarterbacks not mentioned yet. Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers.
Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott.
Jared Goff.
Wow.
What?
Number 8, dude.
Hey, both of you guys got to answer for your crimes.
Number
2
8,
top
dude.
10 quarterbacks.
I don't.
No, you're the biggest Jared Goff hater.
You killed Jared Goff, dude.
You killed Jared Goff.
I certainly did, and so did the last 2 teams he played for. So I ain't alone.
Well, he's only played.
I wasn't on the island with that take.
Carson Wentz has been on 2 teams. He's only been on one other team.
Okay.
9 was Geno Smith and 10 was Tom Brady. That was your rankings. Your top 10.
Geno Smith. Wait, Tom Brady's retired.
This is the rankings at the end of the season.
Okay.
Not going in.
Where was Aaron Rodgers?
Ooh, good question. 14.
Wow.
14 behind Justin Fields. Lamar Jackson was 12 and Dak Prescott was 11. But 2 is 7. And how about this? So I tuned in to I checked in on ESPN.com this morning, and they had, can the Dolphins win the Super Bowl? I was like, whoa, all right. Are they gonna do that trick again where they say no? Because they've pulled that move on me before. And I was actually surprised that they had their 10 experts, although one of them is Mike Tannenbaum, so take it with a grain of salt. It says 2023 NFL predictions, early picks for Super Bowl, MVP, and breakouts. And they say, who is your early Super Bowl 58 pick? And so you got mostly, I got 49ers, Bengals over 49ers, I got an Eagles over Bengals, Bengals over 49ers, Chiefs over 49ers, Chiefs over 49ers, Chiefs over 49ers. Mike Tannenbaum, he's picking the Bengals over the Cowboys. And then finally, this dude, I've never heard of him before, but this is my guy. Seth Walder, a sports analytics writer from ESPN.com. He picks Dolphins over Eagles as his pick for next year. He said when the Dolphins had two on the field this season, they generated a 0.13 expected points added per play, slightly better than the Bills did with Josh Allen on the field. Now they add Vic Fangio to a defense that already had some star power on it. Sign me up. Well, Seth Walder, sign me up, dude. I don't even know what those numbers mean, but they sound good.
If what's his name? Seth Walder?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If he came over to your house, knocked on your door, and slapped you in the face, you wouldn't know who it was.
Balls to the Walder.
Well, now I know it's Seth.
Balls
to the Walter.
Yeah, dude. Balls to the Walter. Come on, man. You don't like that? Expected points added per play? Yeah, that's great.
Gotta get this guy on the show.
No.
Seth. Well, now I know what he looks like.
He might just be AI. He might not even be a person.
Doesn't look like he's doing much slapping, if I had to be honest.
Oh, yeah. He looks like he's more of a math type guy. And
yeah, more of
as opposed, you won't catch him on Dana White's power slap.
No.
Did you see that somebody got suspended from Dana White's power slap for cocaine?
What?
Yep.
I mean, Yayo does let you take a slap. Like, could you imagine? Like,
could you imagine they're drug testing the power slap guys?
I was thinking that too. There's drug tests.
We have something to tell you, Canadian Viking.
You basically need to be on drugs to be on a show that let you get slapped in the face over and over again. Right?
Man, balls to the Walder. Shout out to that guy. Love it. Take a quick break. Time to tickle Leroy's Fancy next.
Oh, yeah.
you fancy, huh? You fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh?
I'm so fancy. You already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo, I'm so fancy.
It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to go over the weekend action and tickle Leroy's fancy. Let us see what can get our favorite loosey-goosey going. Leroy,
Yes.
the Genesis Invitational is going on. Tiger Woods, shot a
2 under
69.
par.
Does
2
this
under par.
Does this tickle your fancy?
Of course.
My fancy
Of
is
course.
tickled.
Everybody wants to see Tiger play. And even though he looks hobbled, and he's not walking that way because he's hurt, he's walking that way because that's the way his leg moves now. He still looked pretty good. And he said he's not going on a celebrity tour. If he can't compete, he ain't playing. So, and he's getting ready for the Masters. So I hope he can make it 4 days, because what's happened in the past is that he'll play the first couple of days. He'll have one good day, and then he doesn't have the stamina, or, his legs don't let him play as well as he would like to play on the weekend. So I hope he can make it 4 rounds. See what happens.
Leroy, tonight, it is Knuckle Mania 3. Lorenzo Hunt takes on Mike Richmond for the light heavyweight championship. We also have Greg Hardy's BKFC debut. I don't know about if you guys know this. I was once an official voter for the BKFC bare knuckle rankings.
We know.
We also know that Team Petty gave it up.
Oh, it was just enough. They wouldn't stop bothering me all the time. Oh, who do you have in the rankings? I'm like, dude, one ranked fighter fought this weekend. You stop bothering me. I need it by 4 p.m. You know what I need by 4 p.m.? You stop pestering me. I'm out of the rankings. Anyway, Knucklemania 3. Tickle your fancy?
Nope.
Oh.
Fancy not tickled.
Not even a little bit.
Leroy, tonight, you have the Celebrity All-Star Game coached by D. Wade against Ryan Smith, the other and majority Jazz owner.
Give me a list of some of the stars before I make up my mind.
All right, let me give you the celebrity roster. I know Megatron's on one of the teams. Celebrity All-Star Game roster. Here we go. On Team Dwayne, you have... Hold on. Here we go. You have Nicky Jam. You have...
Can I just say real quick about Nicky Jam? He is actually very active in the South Florida the amateur basketball scene.
Oh, really?
He's constantly popping up in intramural leagues in Miami very often. I had no clue.
DK Metcalf? No? 21 Savage?
Ooh!
21.
Does 21 get you going? You also have Kane Brown. He's on Team Smith. You have
Would somebody please inform him you can't play this game in your cowboy boots?
Albert
in a hat.
Albert Pujols.
Ooh.
Does this ticket? Oh, and of course, heat season ticket holder Ozuna. Does this tickle your fancy, Leroy?
You had me early on, but then when you got to Albert Pujols,
I lost you.
That's where.
Dude,
gotta draw the line somewhere.
He could barely play baseball, and he's gonna play a sport that requires more running.
700 home runs, dude.
I know. Right.
All right.
He's also 47 years old.
Fair enough. 2:00 tomorrow, Leroy. The number 15 Miami Hurricanes host Wake Forest. Does that tickle your fancy?
Yep.
My fancy is
really
tickled.
I really like watching the Canes play. They play with a lot of energy, and they do not relent at all, ever.
2:00 tomorrow on the ice at the same time. The Florida Panthers take on the Nashville Predators.
I mean, You know I am about. I watch the basketball, not the hockey. So
All right.
I'm gonna say no, because I'm not.
Fancy not tickled.
I'm not TV watching at 2:00 on Saturday.
I understand that. That's a lot. I
Yeah.
understand. Coming up at 3:00. This is exciting.
On Saturday again?
Yeah.
Well,
What?
your order in which you hand them out got to be different. So,
Why?
like, you got to go with.
I go chronological.
Okay, go.
3:00 on Saturday. The Vegas Vipers take on the Arlington Renegades. Week 1 of the XFL slate. Arlington. Excuse yourself. Are you
Fancy not tickled.
Okay. Then at 8:30, the Orlando Guardians take on the Houston Roughnecks.
But wait, how can it be Orlando Guardians? They already took the name of the Cleveland team.
Dude, what do you want me to say? That's the name of the team.
All right. So here's the deal.
Houston's a 3-point favorite.
Here's the deal. You know what I'm going to be watching at that time.
What are you going to be watching? At 8:30?
Tiger.
At 8:30 p.m.?
Yeah.
Oh, because is it West Coast?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
You're not even interested to see how the XFL starts. Like,
Yeah, you don't want to see what The Rock does?
Anybody
Hey.
name He Hate Me on there?
No,
I don't know.
I did see
That's-
quite a bit of football, like NFL football players, like Paxton
Wait.
Lynch and stuff like that.
Paxton Lynch.
Yeah, Vic Beasley and
Oh,
I don't know.
wow.
But here's the deal, though.
Wait till next year. You got Baker
Were they-
Mayfield.
True.
Were they NFL players?
Paxton Lynch is a
Wait.
name.
You know what? You want to impress me. Have Johnny Manziel.
Makes sense. Josh Gordon, though. Josh Gordon's going to be there.
Really?
Yeah. Matavius Bryant. Martavius Bryant.
I mean, they don't drug test, huh?
Nope. Guess not. Marquette King, punter. Kalen Balaj. Kalen Balaj is going to be there, huh?
Kalen Balaj is in the XFL?
Kalen Balaj.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, we got a little something going on over here, huh?
Nope.
Nope. All right.
AJ McCarron.
Ooh.
AJ McCarron.
He's on the St. Louis Battlehawks.
Wow.
No dice. Anyway,
Still not.
Leroy coming up that night on Saturday, a little bit later, maybe after Tiger's done. Got a little UFC action. Erin Blanchfield taking on Jessica Andrade, the former UFC strawweight champion. Does that tickle your fancy? Late replacement Jessica Andrade.
You tell me. Is it a
Good
good
fight.
card? Good fight?
Decent card, great main event. Jessica Andrade, she just won like 3 weeks ago. She's stepping in last minute to take on Erin Blanchfield, one of the hottest prospects. We'll be talking about it on Tapped Out, 7 to 9 p.m. on the BetQL network, by the way. It tickles my fancy. I think it's a great main event.
My
All right,
fancy is tickled.
My fancy is tickled. I'll bite.
All right.
Because usually you will give me the what's what on the fight game during the weekend, whether I should, stay up to the wee hours of the morning watching fighting.
Do you does this tickle your fancy, Leroy? The 3-point contest. 3-point contest
Yes.
on Saturday. Tyler Hero.
Absolutely.
My
Absolutely.
fancy is tickled.
And finally, on Sunday, the St. Louis Battlehawks take on the San Antonio Brahmas.
Nope.
Fancy not tickled.
Nope.
All right. I thought I was going to get you with that one.
No, you weren't. You
What
weren't
about
gonna give
what
it
about
the
this
All-Star
rivalry?
game
What
either.
about this rivalry? The Seattle Sea Dragons against the DC Defenders.
Oh, they hate each other, dude.
Where are they playing? Because that's the farthest away from sports teams you could have.
Something called Audi Field.
Oh,
Audi,
yeah.
or Audi, I guess is how you pronounce it. The
Nah.
car. I don't know where that is though.
Everyone
Says
knows.
it's in DC.
So Seattle, not only are you playing USFL, but your first game is traveling all the way to DC to play.
I know, tough, right? You have to go across coast to coast. It's Huh?
No,
Oh, all right.
no.
Well-
I'll be watching the end of the
Fancy not
Genesis Open,
tickled.
and then I'll will check in back and forth to the All-Star game. But other than that, that's it.
All right, fair enough. So your fancy is tickled by Bam in the All-Star game.
Yes, I will always look to see the local
My
guys that are
fancy
in the
is
All-Star
tickled.
game. However, I'm not that excited
you-
about the All-Star game.
Do you want Bam to be drafted by Team LeBron or Team Giannis?
Oh, they haven't done the draft yet?
No, they do it that night.
Mm.
Team
That's
LeBron.
kind of cool.
All right.
Just so you have to root for LeBron.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that because there's some fodder out there
Okay.
that had me thinking this whole LeBron back to Miami thing. Interesting. Tell you about it next.
Ain't attitude with it. Look, I don't care who with it. Them boys ain't know what to do with it. Hey, I'm talking rooms with a view with it. Phone call to the front, we need you in this, girl. Hey, I knew I loved you and I believed cooties were real. Couldn't explain all the feelings I feel. How could I know these emotions were real? 13 years later, we're head over heels. Oh, worst day looking like your best day. First place, even on the rest day. Safe to say I got the best day. Worst day, looking like your best day. Safe to say I got the best day. Thinking of what to tell you. I think of the things that you should know. Why should I be happy?
We're going to have commercial breaks tonight.
I
And now a pass through center, errantly from Gustafson, stolen away. Here's Reinhardt in, gives to Lundell an empty net shot that goes off the side of goal. Then Reinhardt picks it up and he scores on the empty net. And the Panthers take a 6-3 lead. Fans make their way to the exits here at Washington. That's it for this one. And the Panthers bounce back and get a big win tonight over the Washington Capitals, and they equal the point total of the Capitals now as they continue a pursuit of a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference. A big 6-3 win for the Panthers here in Washington tonight.
Yeah, there you have it. Doug Plagans on the call last night on WQAM. Kodak's happy today as the Cats, they put it on the Capitals 6-3. Panthers now at 62 points, same as Washington, although Caps, the Capitals have a game in hand. I said that before Leroy got back. Leroy getting to Celsius right now. He's got his peach vibe. Cat Talk here on 560, brought to us by our friends at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers.
What was that? What was that flavor, Leroy? That looked like an exquisite looking can.
I think it was peach vibe.
Peach vibe.
Yep.
Nice.
And a man who's a real peach is Sergei Bobrovsky.
Oh, okay.
Who is killing it right now. Let's hear from my guy in the locker room after the win.
Yeah, it was, it was complete game again. Guys work hard. Back check was especially, good on the puck. So our defense starts in their zone, and that was visual. It's a big win for us, and big 2 points against a really good opponent. So,
well, what's been working so well for you lately in the last 4 or 5 games, and kind of having things dialed in as well?
Yeah, it's. I keep working. So there was in January there was lots of work have done, but not much result, But so just stick with the plan, stick with the work, and it's nice to see that things open up and it starts to get together.
We were talking to Mark Scully, so he loves kind of seeing your saves and then turn the goals. Those are you made a couple big stops, and Colin goes down and scores right after. So how much do you love those sequences?
Yeah, obviously, it's huge. I think it's give the good boost of energy for the guys, and it's just I think bring us together as a team and keep us going.
A lot of big games left still. What does it mean to just have climbed back to where you guys are now in the standings? Already a lot of ground made up lately.
Yeah, as I say, we have done lots of hard work, and it's an opportunity for us, and we're excited about, and we enjoyed every second of it.
Oh, I love him so much. You hear
a lot of hard work,
dude. Hard work, focus, and 2 points. Big 2 points. And wow. I tell you what they're saying.
I tell you, we are treading lightly.
I'll tell you what they're saying in Catland, dude. You know what they're saying in Catland?
What?
We're getting Vezina Bob right now. This is 2-time Vezina Trophy winner. All right, best goalie in the league.
How long was that?
This Vezina Trophy.
Last time he won the Vezina Trophy, we weren't even the show.
That's not true. That's not true. And second of all, we just didn't know who he was because he played for Columbus. But do you want to know what Paul Maurice said last night?
What did he say?
Marcos, you want to know what Paul Maurice said last night?
I do. I do want to know.
J Fig.
Okay.
You want to know what Paul Maurice said last night? Where's she? Oh, she just says
she's
yes
somewhere around here.
What is she doing?
I don't know.
She's probably putting clothes on Scooby.
She's her and Scooby still in their jammies. Ooh. Paul Maurice said, Bob looks like the guy from his prime right now. Prime time. Prime Bob time. Wow. Yep. And let me tell you something right now, dude. Dude's been a wall. A wall. Big stops. You need 2-man advantage to score on him right now. That's the kind of zone he's in, Leroy. If you don't have 2-man advantage, you're screwed. It's Bob time. Goosies. I'm excited.
Not impressed, Leroy. I see. Not impressed.
He doesn't root for the Panthers.
Here's why. I don't have a problem with it. But I have a problem with him because he overdoes it one way or the other.
I'm not doing anything. They're saying this in Catland, dude, in the Cat streets. Cats fans are saying Vesna Bob is back. That's what they're saying. I'm not saying that. I know I have to tread lightly with my excitement, but if Paul Maurice is saying he looks like Prime Bob,
you called Paul Maurice a bum when he got here.
He was off to a bum start, dude. It was not a good first impression.
Okay.
It was not a good first impression.
No,
Little Tobin tough love,
all
you
of
know.
a sudden he's one of the most credible coaches.
I mean, he is credible in that he has coached a very long time, enough to amass more losses than anybody in the history of the game. That being said,
we didn't have to bring that one up.
Dude,
He's back.
Move past that one. It's okay.
Dude, Bob looks back. I'm just saying. They counted him out. All right.
I would say this.
It's like Geno Smith. They wrote him off. He didn't write back.
Here's
quote.
the problem with you in particular. You have no patience. So a new coach comes in, right? You trash him because you question his bona fides, right? As far as being a hockey coach. And then they kind of start off a little shaky. But you don't give it time for them to get everything he's trying to teach them. Then it gradually starts turning around. And then all of a sudden you want to act like you were the most patient guy.
Here's my guy. No?
You can't. Don't say that. Don't say that.
That's my guy.
He's not
dude.
your guy. You called him a bum. You called him a bum.
He was off to it was not a great first impression.
He's just been coaching here for like a month.
He's been coaching for like 30 years, dude.
No, but here.
Well, listen.
Let me ask you a question. How hard is it to take a team who only thinks about scoring and get them to be more defensive without a couple of bumps and bruises?
You know, it took some time to get your impressions and to pass the torch. You know, Matthew Tkachuk came here. You had that, Jonathan Huberdeau style.
You're not answering my question, dude.
And so, maybe
not answering my question.
Maybe it took a little bit longer than I thought. But
here we go.
Catalyst to all of that.
Marcos, look over here.
What? I'm not trying to wiggle out of it.
If you were offense, you would send somebody in motion to the
No,
left.
no,
and then you would run to the right.
Listen,
I'm telling you. You were doing everything but responding to the comments that I asked you about.
I just think that the thing that's interesting is the thing that's made him look like a genius is my guy, Sergey. That's what's brought him all the way back. So in essence, he's welcome because I never lost faith in Sergey Bobrovsky. Okay, that's my guy.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Dude.
Do
you ever after a conversation like this go, "Ooh, I remembered that"?
No, I assume you're like a elephant, dude. You never forget.
No, because you never stop. And then here's his other move, Marcos. He won't say I was wrong. That's not what I said, dude. That's not what I said.
I don't like when you misquote me. I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that.
Listen, sometimes hearing some of the crap that you say is shocking to even you. And you think there's no way I would say something like that. When in actuality, yes, you did. That's the problem. You go, wow, man, I must have been on some other stuff that day to say something like that. Because guess what? We got two examples today, just today. Vic Fangio and Paul Maurice.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Just a short time ago, you were talking about the old and bums, and I don't know how the conversation went, but both were mentioned in the same sentence when those guys were brought up.
Dude, I don't know why you're so upset. Vic Fangio's fine with it. The old loves second chances, okay? So
where does he get a second chance from?
From his waffling.
No, you tried. He didn't have to make a decision yet.
He liked it being out there. I think he liked being pursued.
I just read something.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put this out there right now. Right? And don't do what you do.
Okay.
The Heat.
Yep.
Are going after Gogi.
They're going after him, what do you mean they're going after him?
If the Chicago buys him out.
Where did you read that?
Hold on.
Where did you read that?
I read it at Heat Nation.
Heat Nation said that? They said that they're going after Goran Dragic?
Yes. Here, I'll click on it. I'll read the headline. Hold on. Okay. However, there's definitely strongly considered Adam Westbrook. To his credit.
How did you see it that fast and then like
Miami Heat expected to make generous offer to Goran Dragic.
Where does it say that?
Yeah, I need answers.
Send me the link.
So hold on. I don't know how to send links.
That drip skylarked, man.
Yeah,
What is
the
Heat
head?
Nation? Hold on.
Heat
Let's
Nation.
see.
Heat Nation's
Twitter.
a little bit wishy-washy. You know, you got to be careful with them sometimes.
Gotta watch out with them.
Hold on. How do I do this?
All right.
Let's see. I'm
Should I
looking
just-
right now. I see. Here's what I see on Heat Nation. I see.
Leroy's a liar.
No, I don't see Leroy's a liar. Are you talking about the Goran Dragic?
Never mind.
Oh no, dude.
-1.
-1.
So
Minus
wait.
one
In fairness to me,
possession
wait. In
for
fairness,
lying.
hold on. In fairness to
Fraud.
me, okay. So I went on Twitter. Miami Heat have received concerning feedback about Russell Westbrook.
Yes, I've seen that story.
I clicked on that,
Okay.
and then I scrolled down,
Mm-hmm.
and then it says in one of the little boxes below that, Miami Heat expect to make generous offer to Goran Dragic. But here's the problem.
It's
The article,
It's from 3 years ago.
yeah. But
Leroy.
dude, can you understand?
Leroy.
If that was
on.
me, if
Hold
that
on,
was
hold
me,
on.
no.
Hold on.
If that was
Hold
me,
on.
you
Let me
would
ask
never
you a
let me forget
question.
it.
Let me ask you a question.
Jeez, man.
Is it possible to understand
Mhm.
how someone could read
Absolutely.
the Westbrook and then continue on and then see the Goran thing and think it's from the same time
Well,
the
I was
Russell
just,
Westbrook thing?
the reason I was intrigued by it is because there was a story again yesterday that the Bulls are likely gonna release Goran.
Right.
That they're gonna
But-
open up
but
a roster
no.
spot.
Can you understand how I thought that was a current article?
If he is a free agent, he needs to come back.
No. we're
I will not
talking
accept
about that.
anything else.
We're not talking about that.
No. But I'm gonna tell. I want the Heat to know this because I love them. But if Goran Dragic does not have a basketball team to play for, and you end this season with 2 roster spots, and one of them did not go to Goran Dragic, I'm not gonna be happy.
But back to me.
Yeah,
That's rough.
Can you understand how, after reading the article on Russell Westbrook and then seeing the other story below it, that I could think it was a current story? Who puts a box from 3 years ago?
I can understand irresponsible journalism by you. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could understand that you just don't read the fine print, Leroy. We were in the middle of talking about Paul Maurice. You interrupted the segment to talk about a story from 3 years ago.
Because you
I
want to
didn't
know.
know it was 3 years ago.
Man, anyway,
Till when
those,
you said, "Where did you see that story?" And then I went and I clicked to the story and then I looked and it said November 19th, 2020. I'm like, oops, my bus.
Did we ever make that offer?
they did give him a generous offer. Yeah, he got
Okay.
40 million guaranteed. So
Oh,
they
that's
did
nice.
make him a generous offer.
We did indeed.
Now,
yeah.
20 of that million they gave to him and then said, hit the bricks. We're trading for Kyle Lowry. But he did get the money nonetheless. It was a generous offer.
That's nice.
But back
What a
to
way was
me.
that?
We can't understand how I could think that was a current story. Who does
Yeah.
that?
Listen, the old love
When
to
you
make
read-
internet
no.
mistakes.
When you read the paper, they don't update stories from 3 years ago.
When is the last time you opened up a newspaper?
Huh?
When's the last time you opened up a newspaper physically?
When I was waiting for Lotto, and they have that little paper track right there. Then I peruse.
The old aren't very good with technology.
Okay.
We'll get into some more of those Heat rumors. There was some interesting stuff yesterday from some of the Heat reporters. We'll take a break. Back with more after this.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
inspiring. Are you perspiring? Well, it's about time you broke a sweat. I might wait for you to be an open book with open checks. I'm supposed to spare no expense and maybe hope for best. Picture you as Lord Slain, knowing Lord Saint expect Superman dying out. Now in your brain I made a mess. Pray for them cause they stay blessed. I stay true and they attest. I just take the hardest situation, dog, and made the best. Riddle me this Batman, this over the lid like trash can. Fill with a list if I can or I can't do. Know that I tried, no matter why. All of the things that I've been through made me glad I'm alive. Made me glad I'm alive. Now. What if I told you the meaning that life was a living? You don't need advice, but I give it. Now go ahead, right like a critic. I told you before that I don't give a fuck and I like to admit it. Kinda got used to the fact that I'm winning. Got used to the fact that the roof go back when I'm in it. That should take less than a minute. If I had shit, I might act like I did it. I'ma still ride like a ribbon. I'ma still act like a villain. I'm not the guy that you go to for sinning. Who just got go to when he ain't forgiving, man? I must be tripping. I must be tripping as shit when I walk in my jaw like that shit make a difference. I'm here washing the dishes, probably on something suspicious. I'm here granting these wishes. I'm not playing with bitches. I just be handling business with Lord as my witness. I swear to God, I'ma follow the digits. I feel the fires. I'm burning the bridges. I wonder if niggas could figure the vision. You understand it or you didn't. Shit, I don't got time to explain. I got my mind in the games. Riddle me this Batman. It's over the lid like trash can. Fill with a list if I can or I can't do. Know that I tried, no matter why. All of the things that I've been through made me glad I'm alive. Made me glad I'm alive.
When I got the news today, I didn't know
Welcome back.
what to say.
It's Tobin and Leroy. That's Luke Bryan. If you guys want to win 2 tickets and a trip to Las Vegas to see country great Luke Bryan, plus we'll give you some cash to pay for airfare, pick you up at the hotel, and 2 tickets to the show. All you have to do is go to the Odyssey app, log on, and listen to WQAM, or go to WQAM.com and listen, and you'll get 1 entry for every hour that you listen. The more you listen to WQAM, the more chances you'll have to win those tickets, which are now on sale at AXS.com, Axis.com. Let's get a weather update, Leroy, from the DeBesman and Dover Law Firm, your AxisAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
Well, I just checked. It's cloudy as hell outside right now. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I looked. I was off because when I came inside, I just used that information. I didn't really look, but it's cloudy as hell. A little overcast, mostly cloudy. Warming up, so it's got to be like 84, 85 degrees. It's gonna be a warm weekend because the lows are only in the low 70s. So you know what that means. It's gonna be hot this weekend. Slight chance of rain, like Marco said, but just go outside and look, because Florida, it could be raining down the street and not raining at your house.
That's a fair point.
And other than that, winds are out of the. I guess they're going like this, but I can't tell because the planes are coming in, going that way.
Those rascally planes.
They got to be out of the southeast.
I got you.
At about 13, 15 miles an hour, because I ain't gonna get less than 13. So that's
All right.
about it.
So piggybacking off of Leroy's story, the one that was right, not the one that was wrong and old. The Heat.
Keep pointing that out there, buddy.
It was
my friend.
Facts are facts.
Oh, now we're using the facts as facts.
Facts
right?
are facts, dude.
Okay. Mhm.
So a couple of reports came out yesterday. One report came from Ira Windeman, which said that the Heat are prioritizing signing Kevin Love or Serge Ibaka over guards like Russell Westbrook and Patrick Beverley. So yeah, that report that was out there. And then Barry Jackson reports that the Miami Heat, yes, are still looking into Russell Westbrook, but that they've gotten intel on they're gathering intel apparently on him. And one of the things that Barry said on Twitter yesterday was that feedback they received has created concerns. Can't go beyond that at this point. So, it is a thing. Like, I definitely think a guy like Russell Westbrook, who I do think gets over-villainized around the league for sure, for being a guy that takes bad shots doesn't make him a bad guy. But it is a guy who has a lot of prestige. He has done a lot in this game. And you are in a sensitive spot right now as a team because you didn't get rid of Kyle Lowry. He is going to come back at some point. You already have Victor Oladipo. You have Tyler Hero. It's tough to know technically like where his role would be if everybody is healthy back for the Heat. That being said, they haven't been healthy for the Heat, and they, could definitely seem like you could use an infusion of talent. But he has been a guy that doesn't seem to really fit in anywhere he's been over the last 4 teams.
Well, because here's the deal. Ever since he left OKC, every team that he's been on after that, there's been another ball handler. And that in itself is, what gets him in trouble. Because you can't have him being not efficient with another guy who handles the ball a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how everybody said, how the hell is LeBron gonna do with Russ when they both have the ball in their hands? But LeBron is one of the most efficient players to ever play, and Russ is not.
Yeah, it's a lot of similar problems, especially because the Lakers notably had a lack of shooting, and right now so do the Heat. I mean, they have theoretical guys who could shoot, who are supposed to space the floor. They're just not hitting shots and haven't for a while. Right. So I don't understand how you're not going to run into some of those issues down here. Now, the only thing I would say as far as personality is concerned, you could look to a guy like Jimmy Butler, who obviously had a lot more in the tank when he came here, or was, still very much entering his prime when he came to the Miami Heat.
But isn't Russ older than what Jimmy was when?
I don't think so. I think Russ is 34 now.
And Jimmy's 32, 33?
Jimmy's 33, but I'm talking about when
Right.
Jimmy got here.
He was 30.
Yeah. And so what I'm saying is, like, if you're talking about personality wise, like, Jimmy was looked upon as like nuclear, like nobody could be around Jimmy in a locker room. Like,
Right.
he was
Well, but keep in mind, that's not entirely true, because none of the players were at Jimmy like that.
Some players were. I mean, like, he didn't have a good relationship with Ben Simmons. I'm not saying Jimmy was wrong anyway.
Who does?
But Ben Simmons, well,
Who does?
they picked Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris. They didn't pick Jimmy.
Who?
You still,
one player that has said, "I'm riding with Ben Simmons."
No, nobody.
Okay.
But the organization did.
Okay.
And you had even Joel Embiid after the series last year crying about it. He goes, "We really should have never gotten rid of him." Well, damage is done, Joel.
Right.
So I think that there's probably a portion of the Heat that thinks, hey, give us a guy with that talent. Oh, he's not a loved personality. Great. We love that. We love the guys at the edge here who don't really get along with everybody. And, they feel like they can harness some of that. It's not like Russell Westbrook's never been linked to the Heat before. He's kind of been around fodder and rumors with them for a while. But yeah, I think if you've been on that many teams that many times, how can there not be some kind of concern? Like, they're coming with a bit of an unknown. With the Bulls situation, there's not an unknown there because Billy Donovan's coached him. He already knows him.
Right.
So he knows what that comes with and how that's going to mix.
Right. I just think that when your problem has been timely shooting, the worst thing you can do is add another inefficient player and take more bad shots.
Yeah.
Right? That doesn't help.
It's a tough thing because you could look at it at one point and we're all based. See, here's the thing that I think is tough is I'm at the point where it's like, I just want to kind of see something interesting. I want to see, because how much worse could it get? But I feel like I feel like that's a really bad reason to bring somebody in.
Yes.
It's kind of just like,
especially,
it can't get worse. Let's just try it out.
Especially when you already have an idea of how this is going to play out. And you're going to be mad at yourself if Russ ends up here and it plays out exactly how you thought.
I just don't feel like, like,
your problem can't be shooting and you bring in an inefficient shooter. Can't.
Yeah. Now, you could also say he's got a good relationship with Vic. Maybe Vic, eases. They play with OKC. They work out together.
Great.
Be that second unit, a little second unit.
Change who he is.
Little second unit lightning.
That doesn't change who he is. That doesn't change who he is. He can have a great relationship with a lot of people. All those people surrounding him, all his great friends or whatever, gonna make him more efficient? Because right now, as currently constructed, this Heat team has to damn near shoot 70% with their twos because they're shooting up bricks with their threes. If you add another guy that is going to make that 70%, 60%, then you ain't going to be in no close games. That's a fact.
It's also a tough thing because you have already a point guard issue with a lot of the same stuff with Kyle. Like, Kyle's looked upon publicly maybe as handling stuff a little bit more professionally, or I guess more diplomatically than Russ does, I guess is the way, because I don't feel like Russ is unprofessional, but I feel like Russ will let his displeasure be more known than Kyle will.
He's more animated about, and he's more he's like Jimmy in that how they react to things going on. They take it to heart. So he takes not playing well personally. He takes these attacks and he tries to plow through it. And I get that. But as long as you've been a basketball player, you haven't been efficient. You've been good. You have done stuff as far as the three areas, rebounding, assist, and scoring that a lot of people in this league haven't done. I think he still averages a triple-double for his career, doesn't he?
For his career? I don't know if he averages for his career, but I mean, like, he's done it multiple years.
Right. So from that standpoint, that's rarefied air, but he's done it while not being very efficient.
Yeah, he's one of the least efficient players in the league.
And that, for a team that has problems,
It's kind of it's a little,
shots is not good.
It's also a little similar to like the Melo thing, right? Like, he's definitely talented enough to be in the NBA, but like, how are we really going to get to a point where like Russell Westbrook's not going to be in the NBA? Because that happened to Melo. Like, Melo was almost blacklisted for a year and a half, and nobody wanted him. And I guess part of that had to be like, oh, he had to, wrestle with coming off the bench, which Russ already did this year, to his credit. Right. But
like, as far as a guy that wants to win and a guy that would do whatever he has to do to win, if that's what it was about, I'm all in on Russ, because Russ is one of those dogs like Jimmy. He gonna do what he got to do to win. He gonna play hard. He gonna give you everything he has. There's something to be said about that. However, where this team is, the one thing that could blow it up is an inefficient shooter.
Guy says, shouldn't it bother us more that Jimmy is an all-star but isn't playing at an all-star level? I mean, he has been playing at an all-star level, so I don't know what you're going to there. But he is in Argentina. I mean, it did not take him long to get on vacation.
Already,
dude. He is.
He's not visiting Felipe, is he?
I don't. Maybe.
Oh no.
Maybe
leased him, dude.
It's possible. But he posted
leased him, dude.
He posted on the. You think he's buying Felipe a house?
Yes.
Stop it.
Yes. Got him again, dude.
He's like,
foisted Jimmy Butler.
Wait,
he's spending his all-star break in Argentina.
And some shoes, a skateboard, and now a house.
Wow, I'm shocked.
Jimmy, hey Jimmy, it's Felipe. You're not gonna believe this. Hurricane took out my house. I need a new one, dude. It was
been like, why the bleep you been in Golden State then?
What if Felipe calls him up? He goes, Jimmy, when I was in Argentina, when I was in America, and I had to spend all that extra time with you, because you were too lazy to play in that one game, my house got taken out by a hurricane. It would have been protected if I was home in time to board it up. I don't have a house. Don't worry, Felipe. I'll be there. I'll buy you a new house.
I'll be Jimmy's spokesperson. First of all, if that hurricane was strong enough for it to blow your house away,
how you got Wi-Fi?
You weren't protecting it with wood. So let's go there, Felipe.
I don't know, man. Seems like this Felipe is getting what he wants.
Dude,
Stop. I'm actually kind of surprised.
Here, let me explain something to you. I'm from New Orleans. I'm from the Ninth Ward. My grandmother had a 100% brick house. When Katrina left, her 100% brick house was 2 blocks away, and the only thing that was left was the rock base and a toilet bowl. So if Felipe said, I was going to save my house with some wood, come again.
What if like Felipe does a picture in front of a green screen and behind him is just rubble?
Oh, now wait. So he need help, assistance from Jimmy, but he got technology to
I don't know.
Continue to ruse.
He also has front row tickets everywhere. Maybe he doesn't really need the help, and he's fleecing everybody.
Oh my! This is just escalating.
In all these different stops, with all these different signs,
he's like, Jimmy,
pretty damn close to the floor.
I could use a hot tub, Jimmy. Haven't had a lot of hot tubs on my block, Jimmy.
We'll take a quick break. Back after this.
Bossy, Godfather, man, OG.
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy take you up until 2 o'clock. Streaming live at YouTube. YouTube Miami 560 WQAM. That's our @ Check it on out. Subscribe. And same thing for our Twitch channel. Check that on out. Streaming live on the Odyssey app at Miami 560 WQAM as well. J-Vic sent us during the break. Did you see what Tiger Woods did to Justin Thomas, Leroy?
Yeah.
He out.
And here's what I hate. I hate that people are going to take this and make more of it than it is. Right?
They're going to try and cancel Tiger Woods.
No, I mean, just, I was looking at some of the comments and like, yeah, man, like, well,
you know what I said?
like,
You know what?
What happened? Remember that they had a commercial about some golf grips one time,
Mm-hmm.
and a guy hit it past everybody, and they had to wear a skirt.
Mm-hmm.
That was the gist of the commercial.
Yeah,
And
for
so
people who
I'm
don't
like,
know, Tiger Woods outdrove Justin Thomas, and then he handed him a tampon on the course. And the only thing I'd say, like, here's the thing. It looks like, because I don't see video of it, I only see pictures. Like, did he do it, like, out? It kind of looks like he just passed it to him, like a joke amongst friends.
Right.
Now, obviously,
and somebody got a picture of it,
Right. Like, he just kind of handed it off to him. He was giving him a little jokey joke. And so it's kind of like, you remember when, like, Jimmy Butler got fined for sitting on the sidelines and humping the air?
Right.
And I was like, why is he getting fined? He's just enjoying his time. You guys caught on camera something that wasn't really for everybody. Now, I guess you could say, hey, he has to know there's cameras everywhere. But why would he think that there's going to be a camera on him in that exact moment?
Right.
So I don't know. It's I will say that Justin Thomas bored the hell out of me on full swing.
I'm looking at the comments and they all seem the same.
Right.
Give us an example, J-Fig. What do they say?
I don't think I want to.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah. It's a lot of speculation going on here.
I just like, all right, I get it. All right. Like, we can't, like, first of all, they tried to do it privately. Right? It wasn't like it was, hey, look, I outdrove him. Here's what I'm gonna, and somebody got in on the hands. Right?
Yeah. It had like the Getty Images zoom on there.
Right.
It's not like Tiger Woods stopped everybody, goes, hold on, everybody. It is Justin Thomas's time of the month. That didn't happen. But, so Tiger Woods has had to apologize for worse stuff.
Not to us.
No, to the world.
I always wonder, why does he need to apologize to us? He need to apologize to your ex-wife.
Well, I think the damage was done when she tried to club out his Escalade.
Yeah. I think you're a little past apologies at that point.
They were past that point.
I mean, but wait. I mean, we broke into programming to get this apology.
Oh, dude, yeah. It was like in front of a curtain. His mom was there.
It was like a State of the Union address.
Why does
we know what you did. You don't need to state the obvious.
Why did his mom have to be there?
Yeah, strange.
Maximum embarrassment. Right?
Shame.
I mean, he almost had to do like old girl from Game of Thrones when she had to take the shame walk.
Yep. Pretty much.
Yeah. Instead, Dana White was like, my punishment is my shame. I don't know. What are you talking about? Just kind of confused.
Right, Dana White wasn't having it.
Stolen McRib says, Tobin, you're not a Goosey's. You don't give Goosey's. If anything, you're a serial Goosey's getter. Fair point, Stolen McRibs. Give him a point.
Yeah, that's fair. Serial Goosey's getter indeed.
Point for Twitcher.
Because when it comes to the Goosey's, it is always better to receive than give.
All right.
That's how it goes, dude.
Okay.
That is how it goes. So this was crazy. So did you see
more crazy than what you just said?
What?
Strange.
What do you mean?
2-1 filthy.
So Colin Cowherd is stirring it up with the Lakers drama, and he had this.
Who cares?
No. This is juicy. This is juicy.
Oh, who cares?
So he's saying that there is now beef. You remember that whole thing with Anthony Davis where he was being a sourpuss during the game?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Cowherd is claiming that Anthony Davis and LeBron are actually in a bad place. His sources are saying, and that Anthony Davis is going to move on potentially to the Dallas Mavericks because LeBron apparently goes back to the post-bubble season where Anthony Davis came in out of shape. This is according to Cowherd's sauces. And so now Anthony Davis is in his feelings and apparently is going to move on and try and play with Luka and play with the Mavericks next year. Which, if that were to happen, leads me to wonder if LeBron would stay with the Lakers. And if he were to leave the Lakers,
oh, here we go.
Where would he go? And so, if Anthony Davis did have a little bit of a rift, because, he hasn't really been that great this year, Anthony Davis. Russell Westbrook gets all this blame, but you kind of got to wonder with AD, what's up with that guy?
I'm thinking we got a lot of really sensitive basketball players out there that, you playing with one of the best to ever do it, and you have the audacity to come into camp out of shape, and he not supposed to say nothing?
Hey.
And you get your feelings hurt because he says you out of shape? That's crazy to me. You should my bad, I'll get in shape. And then you miss the 6 to 8?
And he's always hurt.
Right. Maybe if he was in better shape, he wouldn't be hurt all the time. There's an interesting concept. So he's just sensitive. That's it. We're going to put it on sensitive.
Well,
that is it.
Interestingly, if he is sensitive, where would LeBron go? Where would he go? I mean, you look at all this stuff that's out there right now.
Stuff.
He's going to go back to Cleveland. That's not going to work. They've moved on. They got their stuff together. They got Donovan Mitchell.
They've moved on.
They've moved on.
Please.
It's not going to go. Where are you going to go? You're going to go to the New York Knicks? I thought that was a thing. You never worked for James Dolan.
You ready for this?
Not going to go to Boston.
I would say this.
You never play for Boston.
I would say this. No matter what, there's two places that will always take LeBron back. Cleveland, Miami. If LeBron said, I want to go play with Spider, and that they would find a way.
I don't know. I don't know.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I don't know, dude.
Because guess what? You saying I don't know, but you are also talking about LeBron coming to Miami after you said don't want him.
That's me, though. That's me. That's not what I said. But that's
Here we go. Go ahead, Semantic Samurai. What did you actually say about LeBron coming back to the Heat?
I said he can come back if he fixes things with Riley, which they have.
Really?
According to Pat Riley.
That's not what you said.
Dude, I'm telling you right now.
You said the first thing you said was if he comes and apologizes to us.
Which he has.
He has?
Oh, dude, the last time I was there, he was handshaking and hugging with everybody. I mean, it was like, the only person who did that more was Goran Dragic. He was very clearly trying to build burnt bridges, the bridges that were burned. He brought, LeBron actually brought lumber to Miami-Dade Arena to try and build bridges. Mend fences, if you will.
What are you're living in?
He's like a carpenter.
The 40s? Wood
Lumber?
Yeah, dude.
Lumber?
I was thinking, yeah.
Lumbered?
I'm telling you, dude. It was something. He was really trying to make it impressive.
Can I just say, you are ridiculous in that I have never met a human being that is petty but can change his mind so quickly. We got three guys right now that we can discuss where you say, oh, no, dude. Paul Maurice.
That's my guy.
Vic Fangio.
Fangs.
And LeBron. all guys can end up in this city, or the three could be back here,
Mm-hmm.
and you've trashed them all.
Happens. Comes with a job. You know, I'm not a homer with pom-poms. I got to call it like it is.
What? That's
Yeah.
funny because I don't do that.
You're a little bit much.
You kind of a Cleveland homer.
You're a bit of a Cleveland homer, and then when I do want to get the goosies about something, you're like Johnny Raincloud.
No, can I just say this? Nobody has looked me in the eyes and say, "You're a bit much."
No, it's just like I try getting excited.
Why do you make it sound like? Why does you make it sound like you got to do pregame meal?
Well, it's just like here's the thing with you. It's like I can't win, right? It's like
yes, you can if you don't put yourself out there so much.
I can't win with you because on one side I want to get excited about Vic Fangio, and you're like you're not allowed to, and then it's like, well, okay, so which one do you want me to be happy that Vic Fangio's here, or do you not? I can't win with you. It's weird.
Marcos, he's doing that thing.
I'm not doing that thing, dude.
Here's what I tell him.
Very confusing.
Here's what I say all the time. Hey, man, he hasn't signed yet. Why don't you curb your enthusiasm until he actually signs the contract?
All right, but now
that's what I said. And you don't.
Okay,
you're
but
full steam ahead, and then you end up saying something ridiculous, and then less than a week later, he signs the contract.
He's got his own room now, dude. Like I didn't know that he had a video room that he was, nose to the grindstone.
Hey, look over here, little kids. Look and see what little. That's what it is.
IMAX says Tobin circling the wagons for Dragic makes you a homer. That ship has sailed. It hasn't sailed, dude. In fact, it seems like that ship is coming right to Biscayne Bay.
Dude, did you even read
maybe
the article?
Maybe you,
did
IMAX.
You hear what they said the priorities in this buyout.
That was Ira.
Mm-hmm. The emphasis on who to bring in is going to be somebody to help Bam.
Yeah, I agree.
And not a point guard.
They have 2 spots.
Sign Ibaka and.
Really?
I'm the Skip Bayless of WQAM.
Agreed.
Oh my goodness.
You're with it, Marty.
Dude, Baby Skip. I do a show with Baby Skip.
Don't do that. I'm not Skip Bayless, dude. All right, enough.
Really? Okay. How can I just ask you a question?
By all means.
I'm amazed and impressed by this. How do you manage to wiggle your ass out of all of these comments you make, and then you can end all of it by going, "Hey, look over here," and then if that doesn't work, Bam was right.
I just don't.
And everybody chimes in, and we just forget about all the crap that you said.
I don't think that's a fair shot.
I just find it weird. It's like you're a huge LeBron fan. Wouldn't you be happy if he came back to Miami?
Yes.
So what's your problem? We're on the same page.
Ever since LeBron left, I have said this to you, and you have shot it down. I said, if LeBron says he was coming back tomorrow, you take him back. We'd all take him back. And you said no. You said no.
You did
now,
say what I said.
You talking about
no,
it?
you definitely
said
no.
You said no.
Not what I said, though.
Oh,
That's not what I said.
Don't want him. Never want him.
Great. Dude. Don't want him. With emphasis, don't want him.
There you go. That's how it was.
That's exactly what you did. And now we're sitting here and you're getting all, ooh, Leroy. if AD leaves, you know what that means. LeBron's coming back. You're the same guy. How has my heart not bust out of my chest from all this nonsense?
Because when you say things that I said, you only partially say it. You don't say the whole things that I said.
Okay, say the whole thing.
I ran out of time. We got to go to the break.
Previously on
Tobin and Leroy.
Hi, Brendan. This is Skip Bayless.
Went to pick him up. Kill my mans, I'm riding with a picture up. Shoot back to the crib, went to pick the switches up. Stole the track hard.
Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Taking you up until 2 o'clock here today. Let's get some headlines brought to you by New Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Panthers beat the Capitals last night, 6-3. Big win for them. 62 points now for the Panthers. Same as the Capitals, but Washington does have a game in hand. So keep that in mind. Cats, they are back in action tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Out of his way.
What?
You know what?
What's out of his way?
You know, out of your way to annoy me.
What do you mean?
You know how I feel about games in hand.
I just am giving the hockey facts, dude.
Okay.
Don't really understand. Yeah, games in hand are games in hand.
All right. Out of your way is correct. You go out of your way, this will get him.
RVA Richie says, are we on Cody Zeller watch? I saw that. That depressed me.
I don't even know what Zeller is that.
He's just the only Cody Zeller. You're thinking of the Plumleys.
No, there's two Zellers.
I don't think there are.
Look it up.
There's multiple Zellers?
Yes.
You're very wrong today, though, Leroy, but I will look it up. Cody Zeller's brother.
Because the Plumleys, there's like 9 of them.
Ooh.
Oh, there's his brother.
Tyler Zeller.
That's
There you go.
I've never heard of Tyler Zeller.
Well, you owe Leroy an apology.
He is the brother of Tyler Zeller. How many games did Tyler Zeller play in the NBA?
Tyler Zeller played exactly 6 games in his 414 games. Wow.
Thank you.
It?
Apologize.
414 games. My God, he had a
Wow. Listen, I apologize to Leroy knowing the Zeller family better than I did.
7-year career.
Been a lot of lashing out today.
You know the Zeller the family.
-1.
I apologize.
You know what? That's a point for Leroy.
Point for Leroy.
What a pathetic point.
-1
Dude,
for
everything come. This dude doesn't give anybody their flowers, right?
Oh, dude, they call me the florist. I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
No, really.
No,
You're the only one that calls yourself that.
You shot me down so quick, so quick.
I thought you were grouping giant white guys together.
No, the Plumleys are like royalty because they got like 8 brothers. I mean, you don't have an intangible unless you have a Plumlee on your team.
Where's the Zellers at? I don't know. I thought they were hanging out with the Plumleys.
We just keep finding out that there's more of certain players. We found out there was 2 Bogdanovich the other day.
Oh, that got me.
That blew
Not
my mind.
related. Not related.
No.
In your headlines, also, number 15 Miami Hurricanes, they host Wake Forest tomorrow. You, of course, can hear that.
But Dolphins Kane, hold on. I thought Cody Zeller was a golfer. That's Fuzzy Zeller, and he's about 70.
He got canceled, didn't he?
Huh?
Didn't he get
Oh,
canceled?
yeah, he did something. He said something about Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't
do
do
that.
You can't mess with Tiger.
Also for the Canes fan, baseball season gets going tonight against Penn State at 7 o'clock. So get on
Penn
out there.
State.
Yeah.
You know, I always wondered, and when I was like, I followed baseball a lot more when I was in high school because I thought I was going to play. And didn't like Rhode Island always have a good baseball team? Somewhere up north, they used to always have a good team.
Somebody
a good
asked,
baseball team.
somebody asked Ron Rothstein.
No, not basketball, dude.
Yeah, but he probably knows about the baseball team.
Yeah.
And when Ron played, I bet Ron was a 2-sport athlete. Ron looks like a catcher. You know?
What are you doing there?
I just think he looks like a catcher. Like if Ron Rothstein was behind the plate.
Like,
all right.
so,
Yeah,
let me show you where I'm getting at. What position would Marcos play?
He looks like a first base left field guy.
No. You know, you just were trying to avoid saying.
I don't think Marcos looks like a catcher. I don't think he looks like a catcher.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Ron Rothstein goes up. He goes, hold on. Stop the game. Stop the game. Goes up to the mound to his pitcher. His pitcher goes, "Listen, you're hanging every pitch. I don't know what to tell you. Give me the heat."
You would be the worst coach.
I don't think I would, man.
Dude, because I could just picture Tobin. Time out.
Didn't you say you had to take over coaching duties? And
you guys are mailing it in right now or doing the old Adele. Let's get it going.
What were you saying, Marcos?
Didn't you have to take over coaching duties one time because there was like some, I think you called them like scumbag college kids that didn't fulfill their duties for one of your son's teams or something like that?
That's true.
Did you ever yell at the kids or get frustrated with the kids or anything? Or like,
I know how to communicate to little people.
That's because you're a child. So like, yeah. So it's like all the kids that hang around you like Santa Claus because they can understand you 100%.
Look, dude, I just know what to do.
He's not flip-flopping. The facts have changed. There's little kids all over South Florida saying that.
Oh, man. Pretty fantastic. By the way, happy birthday to Michael Jordan. He turned 60 today.
60.
Ooh, did you hear what he did for his 60th birthday?
He gave $10 million away to
Make-A-Wish.
Make-A-Wish.
Yeah.
Make-A-Wish.
That's pretty cool.
That's really cool. I did that before.
Very nice.
You give away $10 million.
No.
I'm like, okay, we want to have you.
No. Did Make-A-Wish. It's a cool
Nice.
thing, man. Like just
I think it made him
give
like,
these kids a break. You know what I mean? They got a raw deal. Give them a break.
Oh.
They get to do that one thing. You know,
a lot of stuff around the country. You never know. Is it actually going to what they say it is? Make-A-Wish. They do their job.
Yeah.
It's great, man.
Well, it's like, you know, with Red Cross and a lot of these things, they raise money and they use catastrophes to raise money, but they don't use all that money for that catastrophe.
Yes.
And that sucks.
By the way, we also have Charles Barkley. Can you bring up Charles Barkley, J-Fig? Charles Barkley is saying he was talking about the Brooklyn era flaming out and is guaranteeing there's going to be a lockout coming.
He's doing. They sending these dudes some messages like, okay, what are we gonna do about load management? The next day you see gonna come out like, okay, you can't take my money there and say you want to divorce me in 6 months to a year, because you can only get the max from us. You can't take all my money then say, hey, I want a divorce. So I'm pretty sure that's the next thing that's going to come out of the CBA. I told you, I don't think it's no doubt in my mind these guys going to get locked out. But these owners, you can't take all their money and treat these owners and fans like crap, what these players are starting to do right now with load management, taking the money then demanding to be traded. No doubt in my mind these guys going to get locked out. But these owners ain't going to be.
There you go, Charles Barkley.
I agree. There's but I will say this, that in order for this to be accurate, you have to first determine which of these guys are doing this and how many of these organizations are doing this so that their players are healthy for the playoffs. Because a lot of organizations are doing this with older players, and it's not the players.
Yeah, it's tough to know. Like, I don't know how you are going to manage that. I just know the thing that's just sucked this year has been, and it's been coming. We've been seeing it. It's the lack of good matchups night to night because certain guys. It takes. It was already a watered down regular season,
right?
And now it's like, all right, who's playing night to night? Who's got this? Who's got that? Like. It's a killer. It's just a killer, and it does feel like, yeah, could he go? Maybe. And you know what it was, man? I don't know. Maybe it was, you know, Kawhi winning the championship a couple of years ago for Toronto, and everybody's like, well, Kawhi's doing it, and look, it paid off for him.
Mm-hmm.
But it just sucks that you just feel like you're going to the arena every night. You have no idea who's gonna go.
But think about this. How long has it been since Kawhi's played a full season? I'm talking about if you add up the last 3 seasons, how many games has he played?
Oh, dude, I don't know.
Right. But here's the deal. If it's not originated by the player and the team decides to do it, then you got to be careful with how you try to go about that.
But that's an interesting thing. Like, I mean, they have some of that stuff, like, of no trade clauses. Like, can there be a team invoked a no trade clause that, like, if you sign your extension, you can't be moved in 2 years, or you have to stick it out for 2 years? Like, what is, like, how could you possibly change that? Because it does feel like the genie's kind of out of the bottle with this stuff.
But keep in mind, a lot of this happens, and a lot of this has started like this. You have another year on your contract. Your team is questioning whether they want to extend you, or you don't want to play on that team. So you go to your current team and say, listen, I'm not going to resign here. Trade me and get something for me. Is that not doing that team a solid?
Well, I think that it depends on the talent. Like, if you're a guy
but again, we all of this is about the stars. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Joe, look like Joe coming off the bench.
No, but
they ain't gonna be saying nothing anyway.
No, but the stars also get different stipulations on their contracts anyway. Like, if you make All NBA, if you make All Star, like, you have different stipulations. Can there be stipulations on trade demand or trade, or like, because
I'm more than sure, because you could always say no.
Because Kevin Durant, like, just signed his extension with Brooklyn last year and then demanded a trade over the summer.
I would say
there was kind of that guillotine was hanging over that organization all year.
I would say the difference between Kevin Durant and a lot of other guys is, at no point in time did he never give maximum effort. You see what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
And
he didn't low fit. He didn't do it. He didn't do James Harden.
Right. He had the conversation with the Nets, and it was all squashed. Now the conversation came up again because all the guys that he imagined playing with got replaced, and now he has Ben Simmons. So you have that conversation with the team, and you say, look, get what you can for me. It's not, me just sitting here playing.
No, but
we don't have a chance to win a championship.
But ultimately, if you have a guy under contract, like, you signed him to the max extension, right?
Yeah.
The whole point is he's one of those players that's a cornerstone of a championship. So, like, get what you can for me. Like, that's the thing they ran into, is like, what can we get for you? We can't get like, Mikal Bridges, great game yet. Like, you're not getting equal value for Kevin Durant. It's impossible.
But we're only talking about, and here's the unfortunate thing for Brooklyn. They had two of those guys. Right?
I mean, technically 3 of them.
Who? James? No, but
James Harden. Well, James Harden, you don't feel bad for Brooklyn on James Harden, because James Harden got there basically via making a stink and putting on a fat suit. He just hated Kyrie Irving.
So what did you think? I mean, yeah, and James Harden came to play with Kyrie and
Kyrie and KD.
KD, and he ended up having to tote the load himself because they were both out.
Well, listen, he was toting plenty of a load those first dozen games in Houston with that fat suit.
So I get it. I get it. I understand it. I just think that when Chuck has this conversation, how much of it is generated by the team? Because how many times, Jimmy, he's banged up, but he fights through it, and then you got a back-to-back. The team might come to him and say, hey, take a break.
Yeah, I mean, I think the back-to-backs are one set of things. Like the load management, there's got to be something they can do with that, because it has gotten crazy.
What do you say to LeBron, who's probably played more minutes than anybody? He's 37 years old. What are you going to say to him when he says, I need a break?
I think you probably could do something for, like, age, right? Like, you don't feel like more years in the league, maybe the more – it's kind of like you're at a company, right? The more sick days you get.
Yeah, but look at the guys that are doing it. They're all in that same you know what I mean? I mean, Bam doesn't have that problem.
No.
Right. So maybe it's because your stars are all veterans.
Take a quick break. You guys can text to 305-567-0560. Streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. The channel is Miami 560 WQAM. Couple more segments to go. Back after this. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. All-Star Weekend. Miami Heat, they'll be back in action. They'll be like that. It's a fun weekend. We got Boy Wonder tomorrow. He's going to win the three-point contest. Then we got Bam Adebayo. He's going to win All-Star MVP.
Is Post Malone from Utah?
I don't know.
Because they certainly have him on every commercial.
Is he related to Carl?
I don't think so. If I had to be honest, I don't think so.
I thought that's why you asked.
-1.
It says that he's from. This is boring. Syracuse. He was born in Syracuse.
Dude, listen. On this internet, we're just running in circles. Okay.
Garbage.
He missed it. I got it.
You're not gonna be excited. You're not gonna be excited though if Bam wins All-Star MVP.
I mean, sure. It's gonna be hard to win it when you don't shoot no threes.
Yeah. I honestly, that would be great. What if Bam just takes the All-Star game and just shoots threes? Who cares? Just do it.
Karl Malone isn't Post Malone's brother. He's just a brother.
Is that? Well, I was just wondering. Like, is that how Post Malone got his name? I don't know. Did he like the mailman?
No, he did a automatic name generator online.
Is that true?
Yeah. He was.
Is that how Mark got savvy?
No, I just meditated with Aaron Rodgers for about 6 days.
I like your name. I like your stage name. It's cool.
I appreciate it. It offends some people. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Why?
Because I say the word God, and it was like, I don't think I'm a god or God. I was just mocking my friends because they thought that they can draw better than me. So I proclaimed myself the art god, and it bothered them.
Good for you, man.
Look at me now.
I'm all for bothering people.
It's funny that we tend as a society to react before we know the backstory, right?
Yeah, people get aggressive.
Yeah.
Like, all right, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know, man. So the way they're changing the draft though this year because they don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, and they're not doing reserves second now. They're doing the reserves and then the starters to be picked in the draft.
Dude, hold on.
Is that soft? People are saying
Hold
that's
on.
soft.
Hold on.
I thought it was nice. I thought it was
Hold
sweet.
on. You are an NBA All-Star.
Yeah.
How the hell can your feelings get hurt?
I mean, hasn't Rudy Gobert gotten picked last like every time he's been an All-Star?
Well, guess why?
Yeah.
When I say Rudy Gobert, he's a good rebounder. That's it.
Is he even? He's just tall.
I will say that if LeBron does pick Bam, I can't be held responsible for what fodder that's going to bring. I mean, it is what it is, dude.
How many times you going to send Goosies out?
It's interesting. I'll be keeping an interesting eye on it.
I know what's interesting is that I told you that we would end up here where you would not care if LeBron came back. You would be excited.
So are you flip-flopping already, Tobin?
Yes.
On what, J-Fig?
Because he wants LeBron.
On your opinions on LeBron being back? If he were to choose to come back?
No, I wouldn't be flip-flopping on anything because, as I've said, I would be fine with it if him and Pat Riley made amends.
That's not.
When did you say that?
Oh
I
my goodness.
said
You
it
are the
many a
worst.
Mm.
You're the worst.
Yeah.
Here's what he does. He just takes the information you have, throw it out, and insert new information to fit his phoniness.
It's truthful information, and
So you never said you didn't want LeBron.
If you didn't hear, during the Cleveland years, for sure, I was never.
And I said if LeBron were to come back here tomorrow, you'd be open arms.
Nope.
And you said that's not true.
That's right, unless he made amends with Pat Riley, which he did.
Oh, see, you know what? You should take your car, go get a tag, and you know what it should say? Caveat. That's it.
You call them caveats. I call them reasons. This is where you
No. A reason is factual.
I really wish I could get you a bucket and pail, dude, so you could go play in the semantic sandbox because that's really what you do. You dwell on things and you make little sand castles, and good for you, Peter Pan. I mean, but I'm trying to talk big boy basketball over here, and if LeBron wants to come back, he's made amends with Pat Riley. We all should be fine with it.
Did you say semantic sandbox?
Yeah.
Yes.
He goes in there. He's like he's like got his little juice box and his little pail and shovel. And you said this. No, I said this. Build a sandcastle.
Like,
and there's J Fig over at the swing set. Flip flopping. Yeah.
Listen, I love the swing set. Okay.
And then there's Marcos over there in the sprinkler with his web feet. It's like you look at you. I should call you the three judgers.
and you know what you're playing on?
It is my headline.
You are with a whole bunch of other fat kids playing on the seesaw because you up and you down, you up and you down, back and forth.
True.
So you think he's gonna pick Bam first?
No.
Oh.
Who would I guess he would pick first? He ain't picking AD.
Steph Curry available?
No, he's hurt.
He's hurt.
And remember, reserves have to get picked first.
Okay. I would say, I don't know.
Dame Dalla?
Yeah.
John Morant? Shea Gilgeous-Alexander?
No, he ain't picking no kids.
Oh, Paul George?
LeBron is not. He'll go Paul George.
Joel
What about
Embiid?
Embiid? Yeah,
Embiid. He'll go Embiid. He like the bigs.
Sounds like he's picking a loser.
Really?
What?
But we don't know if Joel Embiid is playing.
He's not playing. That's right. He's out.
Ah. All right. I think even Bam's the best option then, if you ask me. It's not even close.
Incoming MVP for Bam Adebayo. What are his odds? Are they like 900 to 1? Probably even worse than that, huh?
They even list his odds?
Because it's usually got to be a starter.
It's going to be other.
It's got to be other. You think he's the field?
Yeah, the field.
Yeah, he's definitely got to be other. I don't think he gets his own.
I would love it if he just got into that All-Star game and just started chucking threes. That would be fun.
The things that you enjoy.
Why wouldn't you have fun with
are
that?
So like, it's just against everything that the people do.
It'd be fun. It's an All-Star game. Who cares?
Well, I hopefully, I would have liked to have Tyler, Strus, and Dunks all in 3-point contests so they could work some stuff out.
Dude, I know. I hope they go see like a witch doctor during the break or something.
A witch doctor?
Yeah, something to break a curse,
You
man.
could just go down to New Orleans and have somebody give you one of those dolls to put a root on somebody. You'd be all right.
A voodoo doll?
Yeah. Maybe a little voodoo doll with a Heat uniform with the guy shooting threes.
Maybe a voodoo ball.
No.
Yeah. Stab the basketball.
Stop acting interested, Marcos. Stop
No,
acting
because
interested.
I got
dude.
Space Jam flashbacks. You know, you touch the ball, your powers go into it.
That's right.
I've seen that before. There's history that it's worked.
Exactly.
Stop being interested. You're not.
Bam Adebayo plus 7,500.
Ooh.
He made that up.
No, for sure. Him, Jaren Jackson, DeMar DeRozan, and Drew Holiday have the lowest odds at plus 7,500.
So if you bet $100, you can win 7,500.
Yep.
Ooh. How much if you bet 1,000?
70.
Wow. Think I could call up to Utah and hey guys, not for nothing. Juice is hot.
You just want to swing the odds?
Yeah.
We have a lot of action coming in on Bam Adebayo being the All-Star MVP here. Craig? I don't know who that is.
It's like, there is no person. Can I just tell you? There is no person I've ever met in my life will have a whole conversation, either on air or off air, make up names and everything, and it not be real at all. Google search, fake Google search, and just make up names. You don't have enough stuff to talk about. You got to make up stuff.
I'm not making stuff up, dude.
Really?
I was what's the word? Role playing, you know?
I'd like to role play too. I would like you to play it a radio host, and not a silly sauce content creator, because it's usually at my expense.
You calling me TikTok boy? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I mean, dude,
I'm not the one who made up Goran Dragic stories today.
I did make them.
That was pretty bad.
Hold on. Dude, let me tell you something. If they
Back
put
to me.
They put a present day story, and then underneath that story is another story. Am I off base for thinking that's a current story?
I mean,
Not a story from 3 years ago.
You could read it.
I
You have to
did
look
read
at the
it.
date.
Not
Leroy.
the
I didn't look
date.
at it. Let me ask you a question. Who looks?
Why
at
would the
it?
Heat make a generous
I
offer
look
to
at
Goran
dates.
Dragic?
Right.
Doesn't even make sense. Can't even offer him anything.
Right.
Take a quick break. Wrap things up on the other side.
The results are
Are you playing with your toys, Leroy?
Yes. Jeez. That could have had a negative.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Time to get to our favorite Friday game, ladies and gentlemen, before we get out of here. You're dead to me.
You're dead.
I'll go first. Dolphins just tweeted out a montage. It just says Uno. And it's just goosies after goosies after goosies of Tua highlights. And I just want to say, how dare Peter Schrager bringing in Derek Carr here? You ruined my week, Peter Schrager.
Is he from here?
Who, Peter Schrager?
Yeah.
I don't know where he's from, dude.
Like, yeah,
but I don't care.
You gotta look at the source.
You're spouting off at the mouth there on NFL Network on your Good Morning Football. I didn't have a Good Morning Football. You ruined my football morning, Peter Schrager. By the way, Derek Carr is visiting with the Jets.
You know what's funny? Here's what's gonna happen.
What's up?
While the Jets and Derek Carr are gonna be working something out, right? Aaron Rodgers is gonna make a decision, and then the Jets are gonna be like, "Yo, Derek, we'll call you back."
Derek, sorry, something came up.
Yeah, something came up.
Aaron Rodgers turned on the lights. We have to go.
Yeah.
Anyway, Peter Schrager, you're dead to me, dude. Don't ever do that again with that. With
You're
Derek
dead.
Carr and the Dolphins as a pet Tua. Leroy, what do you got?
So I used to get all worked up about tweets and Instagram and all that. And I saw the thing that J-Fig sent. And I'm looking at the comments. I'm like, wow. Is it really that extreme? Like sexist and all. I'm like,
you're referring to Tiger Woods handing JT a tampon.
Right. And he tried to do it on the sneaky,
He tried to, dude.
Right. But all of a sudden we have cameras that can pick up, everything.
In fairness, Tiger Woods, I mean, you're talking about the sport where people call in from home to cost people points. So he probably should have known that people were going to be like, oh.
Yeah, but it was a joke amongst them two. Like,
just amongst them, little jokey joke.
It doesn't mean that all of a sudden he's sexist. Right? Like, we get too caught up in what people are and aren't. And it's amazing because there's always people that can't be caught in that situation. So I promise if I followed a lot of these people making these comments around, they get caught up in some stuff too.
Listen, between getting exposed by porn stars, perking waitresses, a very embarrassing DUI, a car crash near death, I would say handing his buddy a tampon is probably on the low end of Tiger Woods scandals / issues.
I know, but like, is it not possible to see that as being funny? Or were you offended, J-Fig?
No, I don't really mind it.
I
see things and then I might think something about it and then 2 seconds later I'm over it. I don't know.
Right.
I don't really care.
We're here. Is it safe to say, even if some people take what he did as sexist or whatever, he was just having fun with his friend?
I don't really think it's sexist. I don't see it as anything serious.
But that's what the comments were saying. I'm like, wow, that's where we went from there with all the crap going on in the world.
I would say if they just wanted to know that golf was sexist, you should probably just realize some clubs don't even let women in.
Yeah.
Like that's a real sexist issue in golf.
Here, I want to say there's a famous club in England. They just did it in 2007. And remember, the Masters didn't have women either.
Nope.
And they just did it. So, I would find that to be more upsetting than that. So, all those people with the ridiculous comments, just take it for what it is. You're dead to me.
My fancy is tickled.
What? It's the complete opposite.
That's -1 for deception, I think.
I can't agree anymore.
You're dead to me.
Bum.
Oh, man.
-1.
Who's dead to you?
You got one job.
Do
one job.
You know what? But I understand him. I understand
Alright.
that sometimes my finger slips and I press the wrong button here. I get it.
I really wish
Well,
I was allowed to
especially
touch.
when you have two or three fingers attached. You liable to hit 3 buttons every time.
You know what? Just give old Tobes the buttons. I'd love to have the buttons.
No.
That goes crazy on the
You
first
have
one.
no self-control.
You have none.
Well,
J-Fig, what do you got?
My dad to me is also kind of like Leroy's, the whole people's comments on things. You know, that's just dead to me as well. So I was on Instagram.
You're dead to me.
And people just can't take things for what it is. So I saw that people are just not over last week with the whole Rihanna halftime show.
Oh my God.
The
I
internet
can't even tell you.
Yeah, they seem to be divided, and now they're trying to compare Rihanna and Beyonce. They're
I'm
trying to
like-
see who's better and who's their favorite or whatever. Your opinions are your opinions, but get over them. Like, you don't have to. You don't have to vocalize them on social media. Like, just take it for what it is, enjoy it, and that's
In
it.
other words,
move on.
Tell it like this, J-Fig. Nobody really cares what all you
No one
have to
cares
say
about your
anyway.
opinion.
Right.
Okay. They're both queens. There you go. Give up.
Yes.
That's it.
It's like, you know what? We do the same thing in sports with LeBron versus MJ. Both great. Why can't I enjoy them both? Why can't I love them both? Why can't I think they're both excellent basketball players?
Right. I mean,
No,
maybe
you-
right now I think MJ, but if LeBron comes back to the Heat, I'll think LeBron.
Okay.
Oh, this coming from you. You know what this is? This is the upset of all upsets because you have sunk your teeth into a lot of issues. This has been one of the big ones over the years. No chance, no how, no way. And now all of a sudden,
Anyway, my dad to me goes to people just trying to compare women all the time. Stop trying to break us and just
That's right.
take it for what it is. Enjoy us,
You're
okay?
dead
To be grateful for who we are. Move on.
You're dead to me.
There's
Bum.
enough room.
Marcos, who's dead to you, dude?
I don't know if it's who or what. If you guys have been on the internet recently, you have seen these stupid red boots, dude.
Oh, man.
These
Wait.
stupid
Oh my!
boots, dude.
Is that thing really $1,800?
$1,800. And Leroy, I feel like maybe you've seen these, but really you haven't, so you're confused. How does one wear
Diplo had him
these?
in the courtside, right?
Diplo had them courtside, and this is
Somebody
how
else
they're
was
supposed to look. And Travis Scott, I believe.
I'm really surprised Tyler Hero hasn't warmed to a game, to be honest with
Look at these bad boys, huh? $1,800 for these oversized red boots. Whoever designed the boots and whoever
not
is
Diplo.
No, Diplo had him
Diplo.
courtside.
Right.
They're just distracting. Anywhere
Look,
you go, you're
That
gonna be
looks like
seen.
something you'll see at a Mario Kart video game or something like that. I don't
It's
know.
fake. It looks like a video game puzzle
First
or
of
like
all,
a game
it makes
piece.
him look like his torso is 2 inches long.
This is going to become the thing now, though. You're going to have people
Like
with
his legs. His legs are really short.
You're going to
His little
have
big shoes.
But you're going to have a lot of people starting to wear like toy clothes. Like that's going to be the new thing.
People need to stop. I am a
I mean, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's be clear. We make fun of Kyle Kuzma all the time. It's okay to make fun of them red boots.
Of course.
Yeah.
Surprise. Trust me. Wait until Kyle Kuzma has a hat that looks like that.
I mean, he already wore I mean, what did he wear? What was that blow up thing?
Yeah, he wore the
Air Mag.
Yeah, he wore the airplane escape outfit.
And what about the Coogee face guard?
Yeah. What about the long sweater? Remember that one? That
Oh,
was
the
great.
pink one that was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
extra long.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, that's our show for today. Have a great weekend. We will be back Tuesday, live from Jupiter. We'll be coming from Marlin Spring Training. We're looking forward to getting the show back out on the road, and we'll talk to you next week. The old love second chances, okay? You know, because the old aren't very good with technology.
Okay.
They'll be back. The old love attention, because the old love chess, especially in the park. Free dinners. The old love free meals. The old don't like to rush.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Hope you mother have a good day.